from Battlehammer here. Battlehammer here again, bringing you more entertainment than you could possibly shake an empty beer can at. Fortunately, that's never going to happen in this house. Once again, it's time for Symbaroum, and once again, we've got our fantastic group of players haven't managed to arrive, so we've got this lot instead. As usual, we've got Chris, Nick, Stick, and yes, that is not your eyes being fooled. That is the one, the only, some random bloke we found.
Ahoy hoy! Air horns for days. Back once again for the Renegade Master, D4 Damager, power to the people.
Same old jokes.
What?
You can cut that bit short.
Yeah, you try it. I just can't be fucking bothered, mate. No one watches anyway, so I don't give a shit. Right, so this is part 10 of whose fucking phone was that?
It's not
I'll
me.
put mine on
I
silent.
don't know, but it was only a buzz and nobody else looked at it.
Whose
apart
was
from
it?
you.
Went through that speaker.
Oh, did it?
Is that your phone?
Probably yours then.
Oh!
Can't be mine, because my phone is always on silent.
Yeah, but would it not
Yeah,
have
but,
clapped it
but
down?
nobody would have fucking noticed it if you hadn't said whose phone was that.
So,
What car was that?
fucking sorry, cunts. So, let's just see if any of this lot can remember anything that is actually happening.
Well, I doubt
All we
that
know at the moment
two of
is
them
that
can
you're
remember
in.
what happened.
Yeah, two of them won't remember because they're new characters, but that doesn't stop them from not watching the videos, does it?
No.
And learning their
24
characters.
hours worth of video is what stopped them, I think.
Yeah, there's a thing called a fast forward button. Or I do,
Isn't there just?
or I just sit there and play mine when I'm in bed. Just throw it over there, play. Normally, when you're speaking, it sends me to sleep. It's awesome. So, who's? Let's see how much they want their experience points. Enthrall me.
The door opened.
I know that did. I know that bit. But what's led up to? Why has this door opened? Where is this
Well, we
door?
don't know why the door's open because it just opened.
I used apparently powers that may not work in the future.
Let's just rewind it a little bit.
We were on a
shall
boat.
we?
We were on a boat.
Pre-boat? We want to go pre-boat?
How about what are you doing in Dracovar at the moment and why?
We
Let's
are.
start there.
Greetings,
Came from our boat.
fellow travellers. We have been sent by Cornelio, who is a Magister of the Ordo Magica. He has lost contact with an expedition for 14 whole days. They're exploring the Dracovar forest. They were searching for, I believe, the tomb of a dead king from the ancient before times, and he's lost contact with them. We have gained transportation via medium of boat.
And we all know how well that
The
happened.
River Maiden. There you go.
That's
Yeah,
right, well
there
done,
you go,
Nick.
River Maiden.
I do get some things written
There's a
down.
problem with that though, weren't there?
There
The
was.
crew
There was
member's gone missing.
a great giant lobster beastie, 20-foot long lobster beastie.
Was it a rock lobster?
It was a rock lobster. Was apparently living underneath the boat, and was taking people to eat. Yum yum yum. We discovered that it was living under the boat with a masterful plan of keel hauling the bottom of the boat, which angered
I like the
beast.
original plan though, which was you inside the boat, in the hull going dunk 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 dunk, knocking on the wood like a
Didn't we
twat.
send somebody over on a rope, didn't we? Just to see where they could see it. Didn't we send
No,
somebody
we
on a
were,
rope?
we were thinking about doing that, but we essentially we keel hauled the bottom
I
of
was
the
going
boat.
to say, because if we sent somebody on a rope, there's
Annoying.
clearly only going to be one volunteer for such
Yeah.
suicidal acts.
But eventually we managed. We realised we couldn't fight the beastie because it's on the bottom of the boat. None of us want to go under the boat. It's not
Yeah.
going to come up. It's not a really huge amount we can do. So we sailed to shore. By which
Abandoned
point
ship.
there were only.
It wasn't a
captain.
abandoned ship moment, was it?
We all kind of swam for our lives. Managed to fight the beastie. By this point, the captain was dead. There was a goblin and
Boatman,
another goblin left.
Negra and Orello.
Yep, the two.
No, I didn't remember in proper names, real names, not the players.
The
I
two
never
goblins
read the
who they
players' names,
decided
yeah.
that they were going to, I think, wait around with the boat or maybe go another way and not come with us.
They certainly weren't going to wait around, mate.
We then
Went upriver.
went upriver, found a little boathouse which was partially defended, rescued two initiates who were not grateful at all by our mighty combat. because they were being attacked by 5 meerkats.
Meerkats.
Meerkats. Like nightmare.
Not meerkats.
Not meerkats.
We made many jokes about such things. Fought and killed those with great ease, for we are mighty warriors and heroes. And they were just like, "Puh, whatever," about it. Anyway, we then found out that the rest of the team had been missing. They hadn't gone to look for them because they couldn't be bothered or whatever.
They couldn't be bothered.
Oh, fuck 'em. So we yomped through the woods. We found there were these great swathes of forest that had
Last thing
been
I'd written down,
essentially
giant
freeze-dried, like a grey just line 50 yards wide.
Oh yeah, I
at some
remember
point had been scored through the woods and just killed everything.
Yeah. That was giving us bad feelings. Wasn't it?
50 paces wide, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Grim.
That was pretty scary. We did perform some experiments to make sure that we wouldn't walk into it and then die.
That was
It wasn't
maybe
like
your
a permanent thing. So you could cross through them.
walk into that. You're still alive yet? Okay.
We got to the tower where I believe. So this is the tower where they were based at. I'm not sure if this is where the archaeological dig was supposed to be
This was
happening.
this was the Ordo Magicus HQ. They were going to use it as their base camp.
And it looked like one of these grey death things had gone through the camp somehow. We don't know how or why they happened, but it looks like that had happened and possibly killed some of the people.
Because one of the buildings, wasn't it, the storage shed,
Yeah.
that had a swathe at the back of it.
Yeah, we haven't found any dead Ordo Magica yet, but we were then attacked from the tower through the arrow slits, and you said that they were particularly shit arrows because one of them just hit Marvello
In the
just
head
straight
and
to the
didn't go
chest,
through or something,
bonk,
yeah,
just
just
like
hit-
and you were like, ugh, probably dirty
We
goblin
thought
arrows.
our
or
luck
something.
had changed, but no, it just bounced off his
Yeah,
armour.
just bounced
Yeah.
off him. We debated on what to do. I managed to sneak up to the thing, used my bend will to get one of the
Wrongly!
thing, apparently wrongly.
Very wrongly. Very
The
wrongly.
GM doesn't know how the rules work. That's not my fault. He's since corrected me.
Oh, that's a minus.
Gloriously.
Pete. That's a fucking minus.
He's corrected me, and apparently bend will. You can't actually bend the will of people. You just
No,
make them do.
whereas
less.
they get in a combat situation, you usually get two actions. So it's either a combat action or a move action. Alright? Bend will at your level stops one action. You can't choose whether it's the combat or the move.
I think
It
he's
just
saying
stops
basically if you
one
actually got
action.
it at a decent level, it could actually work at something
I mean,
good.
that's-
Oh, it can. And I think it's at the top level. I think you can then stop both their actions. They can't do anything.
Well, it says you can use their powers and stuff. 'cause
Oh,
it
that's right,
specifically
yeah.
says you can't use their powers at this level.
Yeah.
So you can't make them then cast spells, for example.
That's correct.
But once you get up to a certain level,
You can use
then
their powers,
make
yeah.
them do shit.
Yeah, well.
So that is a slight retcon.
Obviously, Prios, the old main god, is looking down on you favourably.
Yeah, because the door has opened.
Has opened.
For people at home who might be watching these in order, one after the other, we haven't played for 2 and a bit years.
Is it really that long?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean this is.
So if there's anything that we forget or things we maybe didn't make
It's not
notice
us being
on,
crap. It's just us forgetting.
it's just it's like a whole, it's like a new
Not meant to
season.
be crap.
It's almost like Serenity after Firefly. Some changes have been made.
Yeah.
We've got new cast members in, so the
Yeah,
characters
so
might
we've
act slightly
lost.
differently.
We lost Steve and John because it's Steve and John. No particular reason, but we're
I
not.
mean,
We're not.
Steve's not coming all the way from Milton Keynes to play this, is he? Let's be fair.
Well, not for him just to sit in the corner and say nothing. No, bloody well hope not. So we've got our usual two bods to step in. We've got Chris taking over Steve's character, and Stick is taking over John's character. Oh God, what have we done? Because I've just remembered all of John's shitty things that he does. Oh God.
Stealing my food was the most important.
He does steal a lot of food. So, we are in Drakovar. We are at this almost not quite fortified tower. This was the mages' headquarters before they went off to wherever they went off to. The door, big iron door, was closed. You were banging on it. and you were doing spells and everything, and arrows were zooming out, and then all of a sudden it's gone quiet, and the doors have just opened. You can see flickering torchlight further in the building. You can see shadows moving, and just as you're preparing to sort of, there's a little bit of shuffling, and this goblin is pushed out. He's pushed out from, like, there's 4 others behind him with spears pushing him out, and he's like, draws 2 very crap looking axes and sort of turns around, and he's sort of he malnourished, stinks. Once the door opened, you're all like and whereas goblins normally take on the culture of the Ambrians that they're dealing with and living with, these ones is just like ragged as fuck. 2, as I said, really crappy looking axes, 4 behind him with spears jabbing him, and he's like,
Draw an arrow, aim an arrow at him. Smile.
I say fight them with us, and I'll start with my shield. Start to go in for the ones with the picks. But we have to get in the
the
door
goblin
anyway.
throws his axes down and goes, hold on, I thought he didn't speak, and storms off.
Sorry, I know.
He's got and
I'm
You've never-
bundling through.
you start bundling forward.
Yeah.
Of course you are.
Of course.
You're back 2 years too late, but you know.
And he starts, right, starts bundling forward, and the goblin's like, and just runs inside, pushes the other 4 out of the way, and as he barges through them, they're sort of stumbling, and they're sort of
Yeah, and I
backing
use,
off, but they're sort of jabbing their spears at you. This is not goblin dialect you've ever heard.
So yeah, I'll make my way forward with the other fighter then, with the shield up and.
All right, so you're now standing in the doorway. What you can see is a small antechamber. There's a couple of tables set up with a few bits and pieces just thrown about. The place stinks. Beyond that, the doorway opens into the circular part of the tower itself, the main part of the tower. There's a couple of flickering torches in there. There is rubbish everywhere, and you can see like just goblins running around hither, thither, and yon at the moment, looking scared as shit. And you can also see there's a big ass throne at the far end with a goblin sort of sitting on it, looking very nervous, and a female goblin sort of standing next to him with her hand on his hand as he's sort of holding the thing going, and there's the 4 goblins between you and the main chamber with their spears, like, let's get on.
Just need our sparkle.
What's our objective here?
Well, that's maybe what you should have fucking been talking about to start with.
I mean, we don't like them. They're not good, like nice people.
But,
They're
like,
people. They're,
Our reasoning for coming in here is that we believe that they were potentially in here, or
Well, we thought the wizards were about
they're
here,
not just
yeah.
like instantly kill them.
We're looking for the wizards.
okay.
This is 4.
Wizards! Have you seen wizards? Hoods, magic-y. I am a great and powerful wizard! I shall cast flame upon you unless you do as I command!
They are looking sort of.
Making myself a pig.
You can do that 'cause you're taller than Chris, apparently.
I don't know how that even happens. The female goblin leans in to the other goblin, sort of whispering, whilst these 4 are like, and the rest of the goblins that are in the area are sort of beginning to scatter, apart from a line of possible bodyguards that are now beginning to sort of sort themselves out and try to form up in front of the throne. And he's still sitting on his throne, sort of watching while his bodyguards begin to sort themselves out, and the 4 little these are not the normal sort of goblins. You've met goblins before. You know, these are
We have one in the party.
Oh yeah.
They're like,
Every time they do that, you see me sort of bash it with my shield. Just
it's not even a spear, it's like just a wooden stick that's
Yeah,
been
it's
slightly
like-
sharpened with a couple of bone ornaments dangling from it. You're sort of looking at them as you're standing, you two are obviously nearer the front than these two. No, you've got no armour, you've got sticks.
Do you speak Ambrian? The words of men. Whoa. I'll shake my bag of Fugans.
And they sort of and they back off 2 by 2 round the side of the door way into the main hall, and they're sort of standing there.
Go talk to the Goblin King.
I shall attempt to make myself look as big and imposing as 5'7", scrawny,
Sickly.
strength 5 man can. Oh my back.
Oh, my back. The dog is in your pack. It's like,
You speak Ambrian, yes? Words?
they're yabbering. And the 8 in front of the throne sort of now try to take on this sort of, like one's got a spear, stick, and one's holding a fearsome spoon.
No.
I mean a big wooden spoon. You're like, oh, these are hard. These are.
I want the spoon.
You don't know whether to fucking laugh or like it's. But then you can, as you get into the room, as I said, it's just muck all over the floor. You got the big throne at the end with this gobbo on it. Female goblin next to him, resting her hand on his, and the tower itself, where the rest of the tower would be, there's just a few beams and floorboards, and you can hear a lot more goblins up there. And as you look, you can just see some of them. Lots of noise up there, but there's no proper floor. It's just like half of a floor. There's no stairway to get there. Just up there, you can hear them. And you've got this 8 in front of you, 2 on either side, and the goblin, and this good lord, female goblin, all sort of. She is looking at you lot quizzically. The spearmen on either side are looking fucking petrified. The 8 in front, they have not got a fucking clue. At one point, one of them turns round and he's looking at the boss, and the 2 either side of him go and turning back round, so his face. As he waves his spoon.
I shall attempt to address the king, man, dude, and or the woman. Maybe she knows. You speak Ambrian, words of men.
You speak any other languages? You're a wizard. You should know things.
And you see him sort of.
You should speak Goblin.
I don't speak.
Barbarian tongue?
That'll do.
I mean, unless it says we speak barbarian, we don't speak barbarian, right?
Yep.
Bawa. Men like me, robes. And I'll waft my robes about. More me, robes.
Tower's empty. One of these lot couldn't have taken any bloody.
Yeah.
Even his lot was presumably hard enough to keep goblins out.
How many moons, how many days have you been here? You here many moons.
This is gonna get fucking painful.
There's 4 of them in the lineup in front of.
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many of those sleep times you hear? Two. being chased Oh, Gabs.
And the dwarf on the dwarf and the goblin on the front goes, "Oh, Gabs! Ah! Oh! Oh! What are you doing?
I shall bow in a courteous manner.
Good! Good!
So if we go
Good.
how does your power fit into any?
We're looking for the wizards and it was in our way.
Ah, okay. So it wasn't that you thought they were in there.
I think we thought they
There
might
should,
be in the
there
tower,
should have
yeah.
been wizards here.
She sort of taps his arm again, moves his hand sort of into his lap, and he's like, and she comes forward, looks up at you. She's actually quite short for a goblin.
Even shorter than you. Goodness.
So- There. And she leads you. Said doorway comes in, round chamber. There's another little doorway just to the side. She walks over to it and points. Holds her little wooden staff. Well, it's actually a bone staff. So holds her little staff.
Okay, I'll walk straight down there.
It's a smaller chamber. There's not a lot in it. There's a bundle of something. Looks like a load of robes have been stacked up there. There's a magic circle on the floor. Some bits of paper littered about. And there's what appears to be a person sitting in the circle. Like, and she's sort of, and she's now standing there looking at you. The 8 guards are now like,
Hello. Hello. Greetings. We've been sent by the Ordo Magica. The magic circle doesn't seem to work.
She'll come back.
I'll try and kind of get closer to his face without kind of within lashing out.
Are you
distance.
going in through the circle?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not on or anything, is it?
Not that we can see.
How do you know if the circle's on or not?
It has a corner.
How mad
Close.
would be the big button? Not a big button. called
Anyway,
glow.
you don't need to go now, you've got an apprentice.
Never send someone else to do something.
Yeah,
not
you sort
willing to
of,
do
sort of,
yourself.
where is she? She's over in the corner, sitting down, sort of playing powder cake kind of thing with one of the goblins. Completely oblivious.
I mean, I applaud her lack of fear.
She
But
just hates you.
I mean, most do. I'll try and go in through the circle. It doesn't seem like it's on. I'm not feeling any like that.
Ah, right, you walk forward.
You disappear and you reappear 3,000 years in the future.
No, obviously
Still
you,
horribly in
obviously you guys do not hear this. As you walk through it, you hear this. Middling. Hello. In your head. Yeah. She'll come back. She'll come back. She'll come back.
Meatling.
She'll come back and break up.
I don't see it. Now I'm in the circle.
Nothing's different.
Nothing's different.
You see him sort of walk through, and he sort of momentarily he's like,
While this is going on, I'm
you
going
say
to walk
that out
around the
loud?
circle.
I would have
in
said,
the circle,
like, meatling.
See
What?
them robes and see if they're covered in blood
Some
or
weird
stuff like
nonsense.
that. 'Cause you said
it
it's
appears to
over fire.
be, as you get closer and have a look, it's 7 bodies,
Right, and you see.
and they're all stacked up.
How many mages were we looking for?
And they are the mazes, aren't they? They look.
It looks like some of them are. Looks like they're all been freeze-dried.
No.
You hear me shout, get out of the circle, everyone back. These are dead bodies here.
I'm going up to the person in the middle of the circle.
No, listen to me
That's
whatsoever.
why you don't say anything, we ignore you.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I'm already here. I'll try and reaching out very slowly. Hello, I'll touch them on the shoulder. Hello, I'm real. We're here to rescue you, do you think? I'm Vandro of the Ordo Magica. Who's going to come and save you? Please. Do they look hurt?
Does he look? He looks very dishevelled. Looks like he hasn't eaten in a while.
Alright, I'll reach into my...
Stinks. Obviously hasn't left the circle for a while.
Indeed. I'll offer them some whey bread if we've got some whey bread.
Well, you've got bits of whey bread left.
I need no sustenance, I am saved. I need no sustenance, I am saved, the great price.
We're going to leave you here for a little while, but we're here, we're not going anywhere.
Right, pull him out.
Come back
That's
to
the best bet, you think?
God, friend, save from the dark, from the dark,
Right,
from the dark,
we-
from the dark, from the dark, from the
I'm
dark.
going to back away. I'm going to back away.
Great life price, great life price.
He clutches something that he's got on the cord around his neck, but it's in his robe. So
I assume there's some sort of religious
as you back off,
medallion.
he slowly, until he just eventually sort of just goes back to that.
Barking. So do we think they're all dead? So some of them are dead, and he's still alive and he appears to be mad. This isn't sounding like one we're going to get paid to find us feel.
I've got...
Hey,
Yeah,
he's a wizard, yes. Unfortunately, he's doodle-alley. Skippity, lost, moon touched. We help, hopefully.
Have we got rope?
I don't... If I was in his position, I would prefer not to be tied up by 4 random strangers.
What, pulled out the
Yeah.
circles, might
But,
make
but
them
you
go
used the
mad.
word prefer.
It's true. I'm no...
So that, I'll pick him out of his misery.
I'm not going to kill him.
just remind you, just off for a second, Chris. Your character, you're a knight, right? You were trying to become one of the Queen's knights.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are just seeing.
Paladin adjacent, I guess, would be...
It is one.
I'm going to read this out just for the purposes of, like, maybe if we find a corner or somewhere, I'll read this to the group so that we all have this information because I haven't read it yet. Okay?
Well, as you start, literally the 8 guards will sort of just start ambling about. The 4 spearmen will sort of,
They're all listening.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this is just the order in which they're scribbled, so I don't know how they should be. There's a map. It's interesting. Anyway, after mapping the whole area, Magister Senia found the tomb most promising. She also warned us about the sinkhole. This is hardly necessary, since we all know that 2 patrols have vanished in its vicinity, but it demonstrates the greatness of her heart and her care for all members of the expedition. Mutterings and curses of the scouts and servants are evidently misdirected. Magister Senia is a far from cold-hearted slave driver, and the ruins much more than some overgrown meat grinder. On another note, the scouts have reported seeing streaks of greyish-black death, which we've seen, spreading throughout the area, radiating out from this sinkhole, if the reports are correct. What this is, and if it will affect our work, is hard to know, but very easy to have nightmares about. Magister Senia has ordered the whole expedition to start preparing for entering the mausoleum, and she has deciphered the text on the entry vault, hunting for clues as to what awaits us inside. If the streaks of dead nature keep spreading out, our time here may soon come to its end, so we have every reason to hurry. The ground quivers in pain, screams echo through the ruin. I dare not go outside. A deeper kind of darkness roams the night. I am nearly paralysed. The cold eats at my soul. By Prios! The darkness is bleeding through the walls!
The goblins that were listening have now just fucked off and dived into rubbish to hide.
From the heavens, a light, like a descending sun of shimmering limbs. She embraces me. The Saviour is here. Prios be praised. She will save me. Perhaps that is about what he speaks.
The female goblin comes forward,
Got a little map.
pulls out a bird's cranium on a stick or something.
Yes, I'm sure that will help. We have a picture of the tower. I believe this is this tower.
Do like a gentle bow to her.
Just like the scouts foretold, we found the overgrown ruin satisfactory and established our base camp there. During the hike from the outpost, we had to be ever vigilant, hacking a path through the dense greenery which rules the area.
There.
That's where they're from, that's where their god lives.
Okay, they come from the sinkhole.
So the sinkhole is
Everyone
where we wanna
took to the knife to help clearing out the ruined keep. Outside, we left everything untouched, hoping to mask our presence, but who knows what famished creatures lurk hereabout. In the morning assembly, Magister Senior told us that he had established a circle here at the keep, which is there, and completed a report to Thistlehold. I noticed that others beside me find this reassuring, even if all of us know that the feeling of security was an illusion. We are a long way from safety, and the circle will not save us if threats arise. But we can get advice, and that is a very precious thing in an exposed situation like ours. The investigation of the ruins has afforded both joy and some exasperation. Our scouts have located the tomb from which the plunderer Gorak stole his tainted artifact.
Gorak?
Is that the helmet? The crown from before? Crown of the king.
Wasn't that what the goblin was calling himself a moment ago?
No, there's an expedition found a king's skull, and then basically everybody on the expedition died.
Okay.
Yeah, because you started fucking shooting him. Poor bugger was
The
tied
ancient
up.
writings on the mausoleum indicate that it contains the remains of a person of stature, likely one of the local kings who ruled the area during Symbaroum's early days. That the tomb has already been breached is evident, but hopefully the robbers did not manage to empty it or destroy it completely. I'm guessing this bit was before the mad ravings.
Yeah.
The mad raven seemed more useful.
Well, at least no, the map's more useful. So there's the outpost. That was where we were. Then we come to this, which is obviously headquarters. So there's the tomb and the sinkhole. Sounds like we don't want to go to the sinkhole, doesn't it?
I would assume not. I'd be interested to find what this is. Oh, is that
No,
a
I
beastie,
think
or
the
is that
sinkhole's where we want to go.
suppose
No,
it's
the
just a-
sinkhole's not where we want to go.
I think
Sinkhole's the
monsters
place
on
that
there
all the
and
rays are
chasing
coming out
goblins
of.
yeah.
And those rays kill things. So the closer we get to the sinkhole, the worse.
They said they deciphered the entrance.
I think that was the tomb stuff.
Hello, I'm going back into the middle. Do I hear again a voice, or...?
No, but as I said, a lot of the goblins have now disappeared when you got to the scary bit of the story. Can you all give me vigilant rolls, please?
Do we roll above or below?
Under.
Equal to or under?
And is it
Under.
just a D20?
Nope, I have failed. I have
No.
failed. This is me. I am ultra vigilant most of the
4, I passed.
You made it?
Yeah, yeah. 'cause
So
it's
no one
under
else
it.
did. You can hear a kind of weird rumbling, scratching kind of sound from below.
I think we might need to move out of here. I think there's something that's
Sure,
deep
I don't
us
think it is
what's
anything, but-
not friendly and
Don't
might be
think
what
it is.
killed the others.
No, I'll have a tea at some point, but I'm fine.
We'll
with
just
it.
sing a shout or get him to text.
Thanks, Jane. You're best. It's good to see you, by the way.
Pizzas are going on now, gentlemen, just so you know.
Thank you much,
Do
then.
you want a drink?
I'm all good, thank you very much, Jane.
Frankie?
I'll issue the text later if it's required. Thank you.
So yeah, so I can hear something from beneath us, and that might have been what done these in.
Cheese.
Could be
Something.
scratching or
When you say something, what do you mean?
like scouring, like scratchings and noise.
It's just the dogs. In the kitchen.
What level of the tower are we in?
Ground floor.
I think something's trying to dig its way in.
That's interesting. Let's keep ourselves some air. I'm making note where I am, the quickest way out, because I don't want to be in a tower.
There's
so
only
it's coming up
one way out, and that's
There's the
back
door.
through the door.
There was no way to get to a higher level though, was there?
A lower level is
There's
the
no-
thing.
there's
Like,
no
you can
stairwell?
see a lower level.
And he said
No.
something's coming back.
The
and that's
goblins
a bit more worried about.
are oblivious to whatever this is. Then we'll just.
I'm moving out of this little room back into the main room, and I'm looking around. I'm looking for whether there's any doors
Okay, we
down.
can see Parker in the middle of the tower talking to the female goblin. You've got his little apprentice, she's over in corner edge, at the edge, chatting to one of the others. And I don't know where these two are. They haven't told me.
I'll be moving back to the doorway, but I want to keep an eye in there because I want to see if something happens.
Okay, where are you going to sleep?
Just standing there looking at this idiot in a circle.
which idiot in the circle? Be more specific.
There's only one currently in the circle.
Oh, okay.
The
No,
other,
are you out of the circle?
No, I'm in the circle.
Yes, no, there's two
Oh, okay.
idiots.
I'm
I
the
thought
only
you'd gone back
idiots
into
in
the
the
main
circle.
room and talk
That's
to
what
the
I thought.
goblins.
No, I've gone to speak to the
person again. He didn't
Okay.
say if
Oh,
he
you've
is
gone
or
back.
something.
So when you say the idiot in the circle,
So I'm,
yeah.
I'm looking at one idiot talking to the other idiot in the circle.
And I told them all what I knew and everything was going on.
Yeah, so I've gone out of this little bit of room, so
And
I'm in the main room now.
Who did he say was coming back, and are they coming back now? I'll shout to
One,
Marcus.
apparently saving.
Yeah, you are looking for the saviour. The saviour is you wrote this, wrote the words, you scribbled them down with a pen, perhaps. Magister Senia, you know them? Gone.
She couldn't save them, they've gone.
Okay, so you couldn't save them, they've gone. So you should come with us, there's no one else here.
Oh, no. I stay here, safe.
Why do you think you're safe here?
She'll save me, she'll come and save me.
Who do you think is going to save you?
The light will come and save me. She'll save me.
The light. So from the heavens, a light. That was you wrote that.
She'll ascend on the golden thread and save me. She'll come back. She'll save me from this darkness, from this darkness, from this darkness, from this darkness, from this darkness.
It's not dark in here, okay? I think if you leave the circle, that would be really...
No! Not the circle. Stay in the circle.
The circle's off. There's no magic through it.
Stay in the circle.
Besides, you're going to die soon.
Come to me. Stay in the circle.
You really should leave the circle. The circle seems to be tainted somehow.
No.
The corruption in it.
No. Wait for her. I hear her voice.
I think it might be best if we remove them from the circle, perhaps. I hate to... I'm not very strong.
We said about that, and you said they didn't want to be tied up, and also maybe they are safe in the circle. We don't know.
I think there's...
I think something's
I think
scared
something's tainted the circle, perhaps. I'm hearing a
Tainted.
voice.
Not tainted. Using.
Is that them, or is that the voice? Something speaking in my head. Perhaps you could make yourself known,
Maybe
wherever you
should
are,
get out of the
a
circle.
spirit, or...
I was saying to him, maybe you should get out of the circle as well, don't you? I don't want to go in the circle to get the person out of the circle.
That's a good point. Someone who isn't trained in the ways of magic might be
Yeah.
more susceptible to its
It's missing.
evil.
I'm
You
just
feel
going
a
to come
jump
in
at the
and
back.
drag you out.
Right, start looking around.
I was playing fetch
that's
with
all
two
right,
goblins.
I mean, it's fine.
So I walk into the
And
circle.
she's really enjoying herself.
What is it here? Something's happening, something's coming.
So at this point, I've walked into the circle to drag him out.
Okay.
I'll-
Can you give me
I'm coming
Can you give me a
willingly.
resolute roll, please, Dick?
That's going to be no.
Okay. Ah, neatling. Hello. In your head. You just
Okay.
grab the bloke, drag him out, and he just fucking fits and screams. And
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
he's literally demonic as he just starts fucking flailing about and punching and scratching at you.
Don't care. I'm just going to drag him out the circle, throw him to the floor.
Alright. Whoa! And strike him waffling? He's
Yes.
You've thrown him to the floor in the main chamber and he is just screaming! He has gone fucking ballistic.
Does he try and get back
Yep.
in the circle?
Yep. After 5 minutes of just thrashing you out, he cuts his fingers as he's scraping on the floor and anything comes near him, and then he just sort of and starts scraping himself across the floor, trying to get back to the circle.
I mean, we'll let him, I guess, right? There's no... What are we going to do? We can't carry him around with us in this state.
No.
I can't unconscious him.
Why can't you?
Not in any means that isn't just like you knocking him on the back of the head.
Yeah.
Batter up!
But the thing, if you leave him in a circle, what good is he to anyone?
I don't know.
And what the hell is that crap speaking in my head? You're a magic-y person.
It seems to be there's some sort of spirit potentially using the circle as a way of communication, but
So-
it's not very clear as to what it wants.
I'll say to you, is there anything what comes from underground that can talk to your head? Is there any monster or creature you know that can do that?
Right, can I have a Lawmaster roll? It's a cunning roll. have made it. But
You're not exactly versed on the beasts of Dragavar that lurk underground and...
there could be.
Cool, yeah, they could well be.
Had I access to a library, I might be able to find more, but off the top of my head.
I'm
do
in
not have
the
that
I'm in the
information.
main chamber and I'm looking around and I'm listening because he said he can hear something underground, so that's what I'm listening for, and also seeing if there's any doors down, anything like that, and also whether any of the goblins have noticed anything underground.
Okay, well, as I said, the goblins are going back to doing what goblins are
They
doing.
can't. You would think.
Which
they'd
is
notice.
mostly sleeping. A lot of them are now bedding down because it is night. It is night time after all. Your dog is still playing with these two goblins quite
He's
happily.
not bothered, are you?
What's her
He's not
name
bothered,
is...
right.
What's her...
Yanni. Yanni.
Yanni, that's it. She's over in the corner still talking to one of these... playing with one of these goblins. Give me a vigilant roll, Nick.
I will go over and speak to Yanni.
Yeah, made that one.
You're like, there's something... That's fucking shit, I can't hear anything. And then she's sort of walking across the centre again. You sort of... move some of the rubbish with your foot slightly. Wooden floorboarding underneath you.
Hey.
Give me another vigilant roll.
Yep.
Right. King Goblin
Mm-hmm.
has noticed you walking around. He's now like... His hand has drifted back to the arm of the throne, and the female goblin has seen this, and she's like... Oh. And she goes quickly back over and stands next to him and puts her hand on his arm. And he's like...
Hey. Boy, come in here and have a look at this. There's a wooden floor here. There might be something underneath the floor, and the goblins get antsy if you look at it.
So what should we do?
I will go here, but
Expose the wooden floor.
yeah,
I will watch this goblin, and if he does anything I don't like, I'll shoot him.
Okay.
not
So
like this.
he's given the instruction. I'll start going over there clearing.
Okay, you start...
That's
You are moving the stuff on the floor.
Yanni, here's me, Yanni. We don't want any trouble.
She's like...
She ignores you
Oh,
because
that's trouble.
you're as vast
No,
fellas.
just
I'll get ready just in case. I'm saying no antsy about the future.
So we've let the idiot back into the circle.
Yeah, he's crawled back off.
Yeah.
You're standing there still, sort of, we've moved a bit with your foot, you're like... Bit your bow.
Yeah.
You're sort of moving more. You...
I stay to the side because I'm a bit worried about this being tough.
Okay, you're
So
at the
I'm
side and you
ready. So if
move a
anyone
little
comes
bit.
in-
It's stone flooring where you are.
Okay.
And what are you doing?
I'm making sure Yanni is.
Yanni's in the... Look, Yanni's at the side. She's like, go away!
Yanni, you're my apprentice. You'll do as I say.
Had to happen sooner or later for the Battle of Wills.
And she's got... There's some sign language going on, and she sort of
Yeah, naturally.
gets up and sort of...
How can you speak to them?
I don't know.
Don't know,
No.
but you know what they're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can understand their language.
Draw arrow.
Their words are-
Hold arrow down here.
He just hits the fucking thing, and you, quickness rolls, please.
Oh, it's fucking jab of the heart. Yeah.
Just to roll under, yeah?
Yeah.
Quickness. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, one.
No, I failed. Hard 17.
You're like, oh yeah, fucking right. Oh shit! You're too busy getting your bow and arrow out.
Yeah.
You
Rancor.
two are like, oh! Managed to dive out of the way as this fucking pit trapdoor just opens. It's only a... was it 15? What was the... Yeah, right, can you give me a quickness roll please, Nick?
Yeah, that's a 1.
Ooh, lovely, give me another roll. If you ever roll a 1 or a 20, roll again.
Oh.
5.
No, okay, you've managed to hit the bottom of this pit, only taking 3 points of damage, which is miraculous because it would have been it's 15 points plus, and that's if you
I'd be dead.
you then make your
Straight up dead.
you hit the floor and you're like oh this junk, there's bits of fucking debris still cascading down in this big old pit, and there's something else here.
Okay.
And you're like,
Pick me bow up again. Well, good thing I've got me 6th sense and being able to get around in the dark, innit?
yep, you grab your bow, you're sort of looking around, and rage troll, and it's like
Okay.
So,
Start shooting.
let's put me. Where does Ragey Troll go? And then go all the goblins upstairs. I was hoping to get more of you in the trap.
I know, the irony is it would be better if I was up top and one of them were in the trap.
Yeah, but at the moment, it's just you going, oh shit!
Never
We've only got-
rolling 17, so I got vigilant of 15, which it's
Yeah, it's a bit hard.
Okay.
So it's 15 feet down.
That's a drop of 15 metres.
Okay.
meters.
No,
Quite
yards.
so good.
Very-
Don't jump straight down.
Doesn't matter, it's a deep fucking hole. Quickness is.
We fought a troll before, didn't we?
What's.
It's always Nick first, isn't it?
Yeah,
fucking
what's
nails.
what
It's
yours?
me, I think that's me on for 11, sorry.
11.
You're getting mounted by the troll.
So,
Yeah, but I'm nowhere near the troll.
That's what you think. That's what you think.
so that's what's happened. All of a sudden, this pit has just fucking opened. All the goblins are like, ah! Running forward and having a good snout. The king is standing on his throne. The female goblin is like, ah. And you can hear this, ah! Oh! From down the pit. Nick!
Bang. Shoot.
So you are shooting at the rage troll. His defense is going to be +1.
Okay. Oh, fuck. 20.
Oh,
Not very well tonight.
roll again.
Again.
Roll again.
18. That's not good, is it?
No, that's a definite. Oh, you've dropped the arrow for a start, and you might. Where's my fucking pad gone? There might have been a sound of cracking
Oh no.
as well.
Oh no.
So that's your combat action. Do you want to have a movie action?
Yeah, moving away.
It's like, oh fuck. You're moving back. So the troll won't be able to get to you with this turn. So, Stick.
How tall's the troll?
I know what
It's you know how fucking you can't jump on top of the troll.
No, I'm wanting to know if it can help break my fall at all.
A savage rage troll is not a safe landing pad.
Okay, so what's around? If it's just a pit, isn't it? It's
It's just a
only dropped down.
straightforward pit. So you look down and have you got see and dark or anything? You haven't. You can
don't believe so.
you
You can hear things
you can
moving.
hear sort of,
Yeah.
oh damn it!
You probably heard quite a lot of swearing by me, which you don't normally have. I'm normally quite
well,
calm, but
I've heard a bunch of swearing. Then I'm gonna go down.
All right.
So I'm gonna
So
have to do a hang and drop, I guess.
hang and drop. It's still a drop. So
Yeah, that's fine.
make a quickness roll, please. But you're hanging, so we're going to modify this slightly.
Yep.
So you will take 15, 10, 7. Have you got any armour?
Yes.
Right, roll that as well.
I need the D8, please.
it's the green one, yeah.
3. Okay. 3.
4 points of damage,
Okay.
as usual. And you hang off the edge, you're like, right, whoa, let go. Still hurt yourself as you get down there, but you are at the bottom.
Okay.
You and your rage troll, what are you doing? Wincing, I would suggest.
Right, because I wouldn't know. Rage troll, I'm guessing, just kills anything what's in the pit.
You wouldn't even know it's a rage troll, I'll be honest, mate.
No.
All you've heard is
You've
you've
heard-
probably heard some snarling and some
How many
swearing by
goblins in
me.
the edge of this pit?
There's about 8, 12. There's about 12 or more looking in going, "Oi!" And you see that
You're a knight.
Two-
Don't even think about it.
2 pieces of bone and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just she'll bash him in. They're not trying to kill you. They give
You're a knight.
just try to remember that you
Yeah.
were trying to. This probably why it didn't end up being one of the Queen's knights. Oh, just fucking shield bash him in, fucker. Off
Yeah,
the
have
top.
some snacks.
Stop me eating you. Whatever it is.
Thank you, Jane.
Oh, who's the person you're talking to?
Yanni, my
Yanni.
apprentice.
I say, Yanni, tell the king to get our friend out. If they can understand you and understand them, ask them to get our friend out. Please.
She just looks away from you.
Oh, really not? She's got proper.
She's
In the last couple of years.
Better say
Well,
it.
in a couple of years,
brilliant.
she's probably a teenager now, you know what they're like.
the troll. First action is moving forward, second action is moving into combat. So you don't get smacked this turn, but this lumbering fucking troll.
He's a big
Believe
boy.
it or not, you fall down the pit, then you fumble your shot. Oh well.
You're having a good fucking.
Life and its rich
Yeah,
tapestry.
you're like, oh shit. You're looking up, you see these all goblin faces. You're like,
I'm not looking up. Trust me, mate. I'm looking forward.
but you have seen someone
I've
else.
heard him come
Ah!
in. Well, if anyone comes in, it'll be him.
Now the troll has moved into.
There's a little bit of
range.
flickering
There's a little
light.
bit of light, so I can kind of see where it is, and I shall attempt to whisper some magic words. Om Num Shivaya, Yum Num Shivaya, Yum Num Shivaya.
It's in combat with.
But it's fucking 20 foot
Yeah,
tall.
I'm just letting you know. So if you start rolling ones, just so you know.
Ones are good.
Yeah, yeah.
If you
If you're
start
rolling
rolling
20s.
What are the chances?
Well, like 20.
I shall attempt to cast Brimstone Cascade!
Oh, fucking hell, we're going to fill up the
Point of whip action.
It is, yeah. What's its quickness?
Your defense, you mean?
Yeah, well, it's against Resolute versus quickness.
Resolute versus quickness. Oh, in that case, -1, mate.
So, as in
It's at -1.
it's at -1.
So your resolute
I'm-
is
15 becomes 16.
no -1.
-1.
Yes. It's fast. Anything over 10 starts to modify
Oh, okay.
for them.
So 14. 5, yeah.
Ooh, how much damage does it pretend to do?
D12 flaming damage as a mighty burst of flame sprouts forth from my fingers and engulfs it, and all of the goblins scream in terror!
There is some
Mighty
screaming and
wizard.
terror.
From your own
Yeah,
people.
probably us.
6 points damage?
6 becomes 6. Oh, hold on, I got a troll skin.
Double because it's flame damage.
Troll
so
skin, so that's 4 points off of that, so it's now 2. And it's robust at level 1, ignores 2 points of damage. So you're like, I'm a mighty
Thanks for
wizard!
working out how tough it is. That was useful.
And you're like, it's like, I've got to see what Berserk does on me next turn. Oh
No, it
dear.
can jump, I would think. Distracted.
It jumps.
I'll go and repair my bow while I'm down here. I'll be up against the back.
So,
I was expecting a bowstring, but your actual bow.
I mean, I might be 3/4 hour or so, you know.
you
Yeah.
might not be getting out of
It's
this
been
one.
nice knowing you!
If you want to distract it, it'll jump up there. It can leap.
Generation.
This might be interesting.
Where's Berserk? It must
So at least you're not down here alone.
No, I do appreciate it. You've been more useful than he's ever been, so.
That's actually fucking true and all. Berserk.
It'll take them twice as long to eat us both.
Don't worry if you get hurt badly, I can medicus you. You just have to live.
Can't find it. That's handy for you then, isn't it? If I can't find it, it don't count. Right, so. New round.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Moving is the first thing, obviously. Is primarily, I do not want to be in hand-to-hand
You,
combat.
you will, because if you're trying to move out of this combat, it'll get hit you.
Well, I'm moving, trying to keep me options open, and I'm drawing my axe
Okie dokie.
because it's all I can do.
Stick.
I'm
My
gonna
axe is only
attack
taking
it.
heads in the dark, but you know,
It's dark.
it is.
Okay.
It's still moving.
So, Stick, you are at, so you've had to move into combat, so that's
Yep.
your move action. You are fighting it, so you're at minor, what's its modifier? It's got a quickness of 11, so it's -1. Robust, it's that. Oh no, that adds on to thingy, so -1. -2, -3 because of the darkness.
Okay.
I believe in a thing called love.
Nope.
Okay, so you've swung for it and missed. Chris.
I'm looking around to see if there's anything like rope or something to throw down onto the troll or to get them out easier.
Okay, give me a vigilant roll.
Oh, missed by 1. 11.
Okay, so you are busily throwing bits of rubbish around trying to find
Something else can get out of that.
something. Troll!
Gonna clobber me, yeah?
It's going to clobber you, so you
Yeah.
are rolling your defense at -3.
So it's my number -3, yeah?
Yep.
am I supposed to be rolling above or below?
No, you didn't.
Under.
Equally is good enough though, isn't it?
So it's hit you.
No, you rolled a 9, didn't you?
I rolled a 10. So -3.
I thought you rolled a 9. Oh, okay. Sorry, I genuinely thought you rolled a 9. I thought you made it.
Okay. Alright, no, so it hits me.
Hits you.
Right, you
So that will be doing 8 points of damage.
Right, go on, max out. That's not bad.
Okay, I rolled a 6, so I'll take 2 points of damage.
There you go.
And that comes off my toughness up here, doesn't it?
Yep.
I shall turn around,
But don't take away from your net
face
maximum.
the throne, hand and bag ready again. Get them out! In a threatening manner.
Okay.
Persuasive roll or something?
Yeah.
Got persuasive?
Yeah, that was my dump stat.
Made
It was
it.
his.
9 out of 11.
It sort of, you're like, it sort of looks at the pit, looks at you, looks at the arm on the throne, and sort of, hey! Yeah!
Yeah, that's fair.
And she sort of looks at him, and you can see how upset she is. Sort of, no, back up!
Don't worry, if somebody ever does get back up, they're going to do something bad.
Okay, thanks anyway. Worth a try.
We know that our hero friends up top are doing everything they can to help us.
Yes, we are. Unfortunately,
Well, one of them is. I'm not too sure what the mighty knight is.
Good job we got some
fucking
support, innit?
unfortunately, everything we can do is not very much.
Nick!
Right, well, I'm going to keep hitting it and moving.
Okay,
That's all I can do. I'm not leaving him to die on his own coming here to help me, so we'll hit him move it.
so -1, mate.
Oh, you can see
Because
it.
it's in dark.
Yeah, I can see him. That's a 1.
Roll it again.
9.
Okay, so it's just a very good hit. So you're
I've never actually hit anybody with me hand axe before, and I haven't written down what damage it does.
Always use your barrel.
hand axe.
Apparently, D1000. Who knew?
It is just for cutting the heads off things I've killed.
It is. I would say it's a D8, mate. Single-handed weapon, D8.
Worth a try.
Worth a try.
Worth a try.
17! 4.
For thunk, it's
Yeah. Bollocks.
definitely got some tough old fucking skin there. Stick.
Okay, hitting it. And also, I'm going to shout up if he can give us any light, because I've seen him try fire thing.
Yes. 1 moment. There you go. Oh. Right.
No,
go on,
just going
stick.
to hit him. -3, yeah?
Yeah.
No, miss by 1.
Ooh. So it's like flailing around. You're like, ah.
It's always fighting in the dark.
Oof.
After hearing that, I'll grab some of the torches off the wall and drop them down. So therefore they get light in there.
Okay.
Lands on.
No, mate, I was just saying the way I'm going, lands on my head, and my hair falls on fire.
Next hit gets a new bow and suddenly a fire catches it.
Yeah. Oh. The way my luck's going.
Right, the troll is going to hit you again, Stick. Once,
Okay.
once it starts attacking someone, it will keep attacking that person.
What you don't know is when you dodge out of the way,
no, it
a
will
weapon
miss.
caught your
Missed.
-3, isn't it?
Yeah, so
Three, yeah.
this big old claws gouge chunks out of the wall. Who's his gun?
I mean, we've established that bend will doesn't work quite the way it used to.
That's right.
But I can.
It'll stop an action.
But it. So it can either move or attack. So we'll still get to attack.
You're spending too long philosophising.
I mean,
It's
I'll
an
try and
action
slow it
situation.
down with bend will and make it do less
Okay.
things.
Will you?
Resolute v resolute.
Nothing.
A 6 made it by.
Okay, so it
loads.
loses one action.
Yeah.
So what are you going to
If
movement or the fighting?
if I can choose, I'll make it lose the fighting.
Okay, it's like it's
Yum Shibai, Yum Shibai, Yum Shibai, Yum Shibai,
You have to concentrate.
I have to concentrate, and because I only have it level 1, I have to roll every turn. If I have it level 2, I can just concentrate and it will stick on.
Okay.
A lot of damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Nick, two torches have landed on the floor. You're like, oh, gonna bloody warn me. And you see his troll, he's like,
There's nothing you can do in here aiming for vitals or anything like that, is there?
not really, no.
It's not moving, you can climb up it now, right?
It's still moving.
No,
it's
you've
just not
stopped it fighting, it can still move.
Yeah. Lean a ladder up against it, get halfway, it moves out of the way.
Go and hit it with the axe. Yep, hit it with the axe.
Okay.
6. That's a bit more, but
Would have been. You know, you're like, oh, that felt so good. That's a good solid hit. But then it's got its troll armour and it's robust,
yeah.
which sort of nope.
I'm gonna have a hit at it.
Yep.
No. Oh, actually, no. I'm not at the minuses anymore, but still no. Wrong in 18.
Clearly, when we get on the pit, we roll shit.
Chris,
Well, it's you hit most of
the
the time.
knight, the most noblest of knights. I'm
Well,
sure.
the hero,
I'm sure.
the brave one.
I'm sure the queen of our lands, when we get to finally meet her, will go. I had to reject you from my knight's household because you just weren't very good.
See, I'm worried about if I go down there then.
Quick!
Can I jump with my sword out and cut it in as I land on it?
That's alright.
That is
That's
right.
alright.
It's also a good way to die, but that's what's going to happen.
Right.
The best thing is it's another pit.
What you don't want to do.
Right, okay,
can
so
see now there's a
here we
light
go,
there.
here we go. So you're aiming,
You're being
aiming to
shaped
land on
by
the
everyone
troll.
else.
So the troll is
blade.
higher than the ground.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's 15 for the jump. Then we take off 5 because of the...
20
Right,
foot.
roll your quickness.
I made it.
Right, so that means you're only going to take 5 down to 8 armour.
You do hit it and land, but you shatter both of your ankles.
Oh shit, that's D10, sorry, because I just picked up the wrong dice. That's D10 as well.
In the game.
Hold on. There. I've got one, I had one. Too many dice. 5 off.
So it's 3 points of damage, and you can have an attack. I'll let you have an attack.
Sweet.
Only 2 damage.
I will do, I was there.
Ah, yeah, you will.
I got a 2 for the hit, so that's good.
That's a hit.
So, hold on, that's 3 points damage. Yeah, and then I rolled a dice.
I think you're a D12, aren't you, for damage?
Yes.
Fuck, he saw your dice out, so you've got 1 of each in front of
Chris,
you.
is that white one there with a 12 on the side?
Got
That
a whole
one,
fucking plethora of dice that you're never gonna fucking roll. Bell end.
7.
7, 6, 5, 4, 1 point of damage.
Someone jumping out and did the knife.
Land on it like, oh! Just snick it slightly as you fall off and land on the ground. There's now 3 of you in the pit. This rage troll, has he got? Oh, he hasn't got regenerate. That'd be great.
There you go, one of each.
Still gonna hit you, mate.
He's not, is he? Harvesting.
No, with rage trolls, once they attack a target.
No, he means he doesn't get an
Can't
attack because
attack.
of Parker's Yum Yum Shigwa.
Oh yeah, it's like.
I have to roll to see if it happens again. It's
no
not a new
modifier.
spell, it's just concentrating on
continuation.
the original spell.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
No.
You don't want to get 20s for your spells
No.
because bad things can happen,
I
can't they?
know. Roll again. I don't know how bad this can be.
Roll again.
19.
You're
Fucking nuts.
This
Is
cannot
there a
be
chart I have to roll on?
No, there isn't.
Your head just explodes.
No, there isn't. Like,
Straightforward.
you're on your knees. You've taken another point of corruption.
Oh, wow.
And actually, you can have another point of corruption for failing the roll. All of a sudden, it's like.
I like to think that the rage girl started you winning over his will.
It's gone backwards.
I'm so angry! Fuck you all! What?
Nick.
I'm now, because there's now 2 fighters, I'm looking for my bow.
Oh, you've got your bow.
Okay, I'm looking to see where my bow's going to work. Do I need a new repair, change the string?
It's not the string that's the issue. There was you've definitely heard a crack as you pulled it, but the light is so shit down here, even if you've got fucking, you can see in the dark, you can't see if it's flawed or anything.
Take an arrow. Well, one way to find out, isn't it?
Okay, shoot.
We will shoot each troll.
Yes. Use the slightly damaged thing
Yeah, that hits.
and really
Okay.
give it some welly to see if it's properly.
Right,
Oh,
you're,
no.
Damage, eh?
No, 4.
No, it sort of thunks in. You know when you get as a kid, you can get a pin and put it through your skin, don't you? Like, oh! It's kind of that sort of thing. That thunk.
I can have hours of fun turning them into a pincushion until I run out of arrows.
Yeah. Stick.
Okay. I'll attack him again.
And this is me not even fucking trying to find out what Berserk does.
Okay, that hits.
Yeah.
D10. 10. You don't.
No,
Unless it says you had 7. No.
only
So-
if you. It's only on the hits. If you get a critical, which you
10
critical in this
damage.
now is you max it. You 1, isn't it, for criticals in this? If you roll another 1, then you get a critical hit, which will do an extra
Wow.
d6 of damage.
Is unlikely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's just obviously 1 in 20 chance to get a critical. That's bullshit, it doesn't happen like that. You did 10 points of damage, you say? 10. That's 4! 4 points of damage on the
I'll
troll.
be dead by next Thursday.
Oh, it's not very happy.
Coming at it because I'm from behind it and I'm stabbing it in the like tendon on the ankle, I'm guessing.
One-handed or two-handed?
I'll go two-handed. I'll put the
Yeah, because
shoulder
obviously
back.
you jump down, you have the shield.
Yeah, I'll say I'll
back,
put the
yeah.
shoulder back when I come down. So I'm
Right.
Captain America it and surf down.
no, I didn't do that at all. I went out full old.
So minus...
Believe me.
Captain America
One?
surfed down, hit a freaking banana. Like Mario Kart.
-1 to your accuracy.
-1 to accuracy, okay. So I'll still do it on quickness?
No,
Oh, accuracy.
accuracy.
Oh, sorry. Oh, that's exactly what I needed, a 9 for 9.
Okay, you hit it.
Yeah. And then the D12. 2!
Like a D12s didn't
Yeah, they
they
really
really are.
It's just, it's a tough creature. Simple as that.
I'm
Attack on you, mate.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
And it's not at minuses anymore either, is it? Because of the light.
It wasn't that.
It's not minus,
It's
it's
just
only
it
your
was
minus.
minus.
It was
The minus, the minus
3.
3 is, but that's its skill basically in effect.
Oh, okay.
So if it's a tough creature, you have more minuses to your number. You did that.
Yeah, when it was trying
just
to
roll a one.
You just roll a one.
That as well.
No, you don't do crits on beasties.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's just fucking too evil.
But you just stepped out of the way.
Okay, so it's hit me on a 1 then.
No,
isn't
no,
it?
it hasn't. You want to roll.
But you've
a one.
avoided it.
Low is good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're not rolling to hit it.
Yeah.
You're not
You're
rolling,
rolling
for it to hit
defense.
you. You're rolling.
Okay,
to
so when I'm rolling defense, I want to be rolling under my number.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes, it's always under.
It's
Okay.
always under. If when you're
Yeah, well,
attacking.
yeah, if I'm attacking, then I want to be rolling under. So I
Yeah.
didn't know if it
No,
was
for
trying
monsters
to roll
attacking,
under.
you always
No.
want to roll under.
Roll under.
Okay.
And I just found out what Berserk did. So I'm now going to check. To
It
see.
now means
I thought
that
you did.
any wizard that casts Bend Will on it, their brains explode.
Ah! The thing is if a beastie attacks you and it's got more than one attack, you can still defend against every attack.
Okay.
It's very hot, isn't it?
Very warm.
It's very warm, isn't it?
grimy.
115.
Can we open the window?
No, because the thing will suck itself out.
Okay. That sounds so much more filthy than it should.
Berserk. Oh,
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, James.
Adept
Thank you.
Berserk. As a free action, the character may enter a murderous frenzy to solely focus on hurting the enemy, dealing 1d6 extra damage in fighting. Downside of frenzy is it cannot defend itself. The attribute on which defend is based is considered to be 5 when calculating. Alright, it's now gone berserk.
Okay.
Okay?
So there's d6 more damage, but it's going to be that much easier for the
Yeah,
guys
it'll be
to
on 5, which is plus 5.
Oh, nice.
Plus any other bonuses. So you better hit it a lot easier, but you still got to get through. It's fucking.
Yeah, that's
I'm not having a turn. I'm on the floor, like clutching my brain.
You're like,
Oh, black goo dribbles out my ears.
What do I do first when I get out of this pit?
Nick.
Kill the king. Right, shoot him again.
Put it
Kill
in
the
the threatened
thing.
circle.
Get rid of the now corrupt mage. Yep, hits. 8.
That's another 2 points of damage, and the arrow sort of thucks into this one. Actually, goes right next to the other one. This one goes into it instead of just piercing through its skin. 6 points of damage. Stick.
Okay, so it's now on 5, isn't it? You said.
Yeah, it's now on 5, so you're on +5
Yep, to my
to
number.
your skill.
Okay. Yes.
So you've hit.
Honestly, couldn't have failed it anyway.
Well, you could have done.
Oh, if you roll a 20, so it will automatically fail, even if your stat is 20. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Yay!
10 again.
Oh, 10.
I like that time.
It's working in it.
4, which is 6. And I can't have the robust
Find
because
your
that's the
invisible D6.
Oh yeah. I've got it somewhere.
It's 12.
It's got a lot there, no real excuse.
Pain
to take it
threshold
out when
of
I only had about
8.
4, yeah.
You've knocked it down.
Good man.
Gets back up again.
Because I understand nobody's ever going to keep him down.
Yes!
Oh, yeah, good hit. Good sort of.
This is what we're here for.
What weapons have you got? A spear or something, hasn't he?
How about?
Yeah, you've basically ducked down and gone behind it, just sort of swung your halberd, just caught it right across the back of the old ankles, the old Achilles heel. It
The
screamed,
bit I went for it didn't do it.
thumped onto its knees and fallen forward. Oh, if he gets a killing stroke on me.
This is the moment for the knight to come alive.
Super Knight.
1.
Nice.
Did I roll that again?
Go on, another 1.
10.
There's a 1 in your 10.
Whatever, 0.
So you've hit it again, roll your damage.
8.
8. 7, 6, 5, 4. It's 4 points through. That puts it on 2.
Sorry.
You've got and sort of standing in that final pose as it crunches to its knees and then falls over, and then as its face hits the floor, just as it starts to shake itself up, he's like, "Oh, for the Queen!" Lands on it and sort of
For the kill steal!
kill steal for me! Stabs it through the head. Very quiet from around the ring at the top.
Yeah, so now they just close the trapdoor and get on with it.
I'm going to check my arrows, see
Which
if my
one of them
arrows
will
are
win?
redeemable.
Yeah.
Because those were arm-piercing arrows. I want them back if I can have them.
I'm going to get the torch and have a look around.
It's a pit.
It's just
What's
a
the... Do we remember what it was to collect your arrows again?
No.
Yeah, just roll a d10. From 1 to 10, you get your arrow back.
Do it as a 50-50, mate. For now. I fucking don't remember shit like that.
No, I can't see.
I know we've got it, and I know we've done it, but I can't really remember.
I'll go evens and odds. So odds is bad. 1 and 1. So yeah, only 5 2.
So you pluck your arrows back out of its hide, and
Clean them off a little bit.
a rope ladder is thrown down.
And that,
Bunch of
Yanni,
lying scum buckets.
is why you don't try and control the mind of a rage troll, because you can get mystical feedback, which creates
I'll go up first.
temporary
'cause I'm
brain
more
damage.
nimble than them, but I'm also.
They are all
going,
sort
I'm going up.
all the goblins have sort of, they've got, yeah, there's some exchanging of as their bets are waged, and they all sort of begin to sink back as first unhappy bunny comes out of the pit,
I'm just looking at the
and the
king.
leader's like sitting down, arms folded, and the female goblin's got her hand on the armrest, and she's fucking giving him a filthy look.
I'm moving away from the ladder so that the lads can get up, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, why shouldn't I stick an arrow in the middle of his head? And I'm having this mental conversation with myself, but I'm sort of.
And then once the last person's up, she then pulls the thing, and the trap door refits itself, and he's then like, and she's like, gives him a quick jab in the face, you know. And she's like,
I will. get
And then
my
I'll have a look at him.
alchemist kit out.
He does not look well.
I'll get in a little glass of ale. I'll wrap it because it's probably wrapped in gauze so they don't break and
All the
transport.
many times you fall
And
over.
then I'll some of this black goo that's come out of my ears. I'll put that in there and save that for later. I can examine that and see exactly what that is. That's probably not good. No, that's not good. Right, anyway, and then I'll clean myself up. Do these guys look badly hurt? Anyone take any damage?
Well, took damage,
A little
but
bit more scruff.
Oh, you've got. Right, let's have a look at you. Oh, give us a minute, and I'll see if I can do medicus rolls.
The
on
little
whoever needs-
female goblin sort of comes running forward and sort of quickly shuffles around in some of the rubbish that had been pushed to the side when you were clearing the thing, and comes running back with a pack and sort of puts it in front of you. And there's some old sort of bandages in there and bits.
Okay. Well, I'll sort through them.
Thank you.
Some of them are clearly throwawayable, and some of them are potentially usable.
There's a
so
couple.
half and half.
There's a
Yeah.
couple of bandages. And she then goes, as soon as she drops it, she then goes sprinting back to the throne to
You
watch.
seem to have a laceration there and a contusion there.
I'm watching that king, and if his hand moves towards that again, he is definitely going to grow an arrow. There's no two ways about it.
He's in a really crap position right
I
now.
know,
right?
he's in a...
Because
Right.
he's just
Yeah, I mean,
tested
come
you
here,
against his
watch
pet,
me do this.
and now his
This is how
pet's
we
dead,
wrap up.
which shows that the people standing in
I'm
front of him are
showing
too strong.
Yanni what
Yeah,
I'm doing when
I know,
I'm
if we could go through that, how long
This
does
is
it
how
take
we
to get through
bandages
these
and all
goblins?
this bits of what we call this and blah 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 blah. And I'm making a cunning roll against you, Nick, first.
Uh-huh.
Made that. So you get, and I've got bandages, so they count as what doodads as herbal cures. So you can have 4 hit points back,
I am healed.
and then Stickulus,
Probably a bad time
Made
to check
you-
whether Parker's corrupted killing.
you get 6 hit points back,
Wait until
Very
he
nice,
sees
thank you.
everything.
and then you.
It's not corrupt, it's only temporary.
But how do you get those back?
At the end of the scene.
All of them.
Temporary is corrupt.
No, it's at the end of each scene. It's
Because we keep the one that we've got all the time.
yeah, because that's permanent corruption.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one we took at the start of the scenario?
It's because you're in Dracovar.
Yeah,
the longer
it's,
you're
it's
in
not
Dracovar,
permanent, it's just long-term temporary. Right?
That's the definition of permanent, isn't it?
No, no, but until we leave and then it'll go away. It's not like permanent corruption, so we're now for the rest of our
no,
lives.
permanent corruption is
Yeah, but this isn't because
permanent.
we've come here.
What isn't?
The corruption we've had because we're being here, right? That's just long-term. Like you said, it goes. What is in the last video?
No, there's the temporary corruption
That I
which
get
you
from
get from
casting
spells and
spells.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
That's temporary.
Yeah,
Permanent corruption stays.
yeah. But
Permanent
as you
corruption
said,
is what you get from fumbling and stuff like that.
no, but as you said in the last video, was we effectively gain a point of corruption every morning and then lose it before we then gain it again. So it's only on us while we're here. It's not
Yeah.
permanent forever.
It's not permanent,
Yeah, yeah. And I'm trying to heal you now,
unless you get more than 1 point a day.
and
Because it's not a
You get
nice
3
place to
back.
be.
Oh, sorry,
Dracovar.
rubber, please.
I'm going to rub these. Thank you.
Although a lot of the goblins now are just settling down to sleep.
Right.
Well, they've lost their life savings.
Some of them have.
Or just look for the guy partying.
There's one, he's got all his bones, he's like, "Where, yeah! Make it rain!"
Little bone bits
You
going
want to
there.
go up to the female goblin and go, "Hey!"
Yeah, he's poor now.
I will apologise to Yanni if I'm at any point in the next kind of before tomorrow if I'm a little ratty with you, but when you build up corruption from casting spells, sometimes it can make you a little agitated. So I'm letting you know if I just
Rip your face
I'm
off.
fine, but and then you'll know when you experience it.
Very well,
You get
Master.
powers.
It goes away though, doesn't it?
So basically, whenever I speak to you like a complete and utter bellend, you know, just accept it's corruption.
I will have.
Well, if you get enough corruption over your
Threshold.
threshold, then
It turns into permanent.
Permanent
and once
and
you get enough
tainted.
permanent, and
Start
then you
getting
become
tainted.
like properly. You can
I
turn
mean, once you
to-
start getting we start getting permanent, it affects your aura.
Yes. Once it affects your auras, things happen.
Yeah, like arrows suddenly start sprouting
Arrows start
at you.
sprouting in the back of your head, yeah.
I'll go over to you and say, your apprentice is going to help us out a lot there by just talking to the goblin. She can talk to him, yet she's not helping us out.
She's 7 years old.
But still, she can talk to him.
She's not too young. That's the punishment.
Not too young for a slap.
I thought you lot said earlier
I'm
she was
sure
teenage
that-
years, so that's all I will.
I'm sure that when it comes to squires and such, the rule of fist over
Face.
intellect is probably.
I'm not asking, I'm just asking if a word with it. Helping would have saved us from a lot
feeling
of
like
trouble,
a little
and
bit
also
of
might help
discipline
us
would
find
help
out what's
from
happening.
that
There.
She
situation.
may well do.
Help us. No.
How's your leg, by the way?
Fine, thank you.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that my healing was acceptable for you. Perhaps we can have a talk about it in the morning when I'm more calm.
When the fence is gone.
I'm like that far away from getting permanent corruption, and I'm really. This is the closest I've ever been to getting permanent corruption.
Get permanent corruption.
I don't know.
I like you.
Thanks. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
What's
Sure,
that,
you're a
cunt?
I mean,
Well, you're that close, aren't you? You get permanent corruption and there's a line.
no, everything's fine. Just meditate through it.
Just gonna take an arrow out and just shine it up slightly. Not like anyway threatening, but just. In fact, I'll buy you just write his name at the side.
You can carve his name on it.
Yeah, write his name on it.
Oh, that's nice.
He's so
Oh,
Thanks, mate.
No, I'm good at that.
I'll stick it in my
Thank you
trunk.
very much.
Empties down, Jamie. Take those empties down.
I can make it smaller.
Take yourself.
And if you get a big palm leaf.
That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Oh, you need a bit of Hawaiian music with that as well.
Yeah.
Jane,
Thank you.
I'm going to try and find you somewhere to.
Do you think that was the noise you were hearing underground?
Maybe it was.
Obviously,
from one
duh.
side.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You only get 1 point from casting your corruption from your spells, don't you?
Yes.
It's normally 1d4.
Yeah, but I've got a corruption
You've got-
threshold of. Yeah, it used to be 1d4, now it's 1.
Yeah, that's right.
But I had 2 to start with because I'd cast a spell before we started. And then I cast 2 spells and you gave me an extra point or 2 because of
A fumble.
So I'm on 6 out of 8, which is about as close as I've ever been.
I'm just seeing if.
Oh, did they all go away, or do I get 1 a day, which would be a fucking pain in the bumhole?
Sorry,
No, it is only 1 goes a day.
because he's sickly, isn't he? If we just knock him out, he's easy to carry.
Drag him.
So I said the goblins are all bedding down. They're now just ignoring you.
I said to you, now, I think that might have been what I heard, but I wasn't 100% sure because it came over from the tower side. And you know, I've said I looked around the cave. Did it go back that far, like away underneath the other bit of the tower around? Yeah, so that might not have been that because I didn't think it went as far as where the circle was.
So you think that troll was under there when the wizards ran this castle?
They
Must
probably
have
got
different
it
stuff in.
from somewhere else. They might not have even been here very long before all this happened.
It seems like a very
They said
goblin
they
thing to do.
They said they were going to make. She's established a circle, so that must have taken some time. But yes, it could be they've just thrown the troll down here. I don't know how goblins think. I don't know how trolls think. They're just,
I don't know how these goblins could have got that troll in there.
no, I don't know.
But then I can't imagine a wizard or the wizards having a throne with a trap door on it.
Yeah, this would have been here from before. Perhaps the. Perhaps they didn't wake the troll up. They didn't find out anything about the trapdoor, the Auto Magica. I mean, it seems pretty
Possibly.
dumbass of them to not think calm. It seems pretty non-observant of them for not to notice it. Honestly, I don't know.
I'm going to have a little look
This
around
whole forest
whilst they're
is
laying down.
bullshit.
I want to see if I can find any way up. So there's goblins up there. Well, how the hell did they go up there?
Yeah, just sneaky little fucks, aren't they? Sorry. They're agile creatures that can use each other to...
With better people skills.
Indeed. I'm going to urinate, if you'll excuse me a moment.
They look after their own little gobos, don't they, eh?
I'm going to...
I'm going to go and sit in a corner with some light and go over me bow. Because I have got wood
What's
repairing
it
in
done
there.
now?
Have you?
Is it okay if I steal one of these, please?
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Give me a roll, Nick.
Well, I've got a kit. What would that be on? Yeah, that'll be alright.
Yeah. There was a crack, but maybe it just sounded worse than it actually was.
Alright, yeah.
You know, you've done what you can to repair it, but to let you know now, if you do roll another nat 20, it will just,
Yeah, nothing.
and there's not what you can do for that.
Nope.
So it's kind of an integrity compromise.
Yeah.
We need another precise longbow at some point. But I'm not obviously going to replace mine until it goes, because that would be tatty to carry around.
Trying to get one trying to find one in the middle of the wood to start with.
I will sort of pace out from where the trapdoor was to where the room with the circle is in it. I will sort of try and work out in my head if that was the distance, and I'll also take another listen to see if I can still hear any distraction.
Can't hear anything else, and the circle, the pit itself doesn't even extend to the outside of this main room.
Oh, okay. So then I'll go back over here. I think that noise is still coming from that side.
Well, I wonder how, like, maybe if we could get the apprentice to talk to them, I wonder how long the goblins have been here.
We need to go and have a look at that tomb on the map. We can find it without map. We should be able to get some clues about what's happened to them at the tomb.
Is it Yuri, isn't it? Is that her name?
Yanni.
Yanni. I'm going to ask Yanni, very politely, it's usually a little mess, would you mind asking them how long they have lived here?
Not long.
So how long's not long?
We're at the outpost now. Or are we
No,
at
I
the-
think we're at headquarters. I think the
A
outpost
week.
was the last place.
About a week.
Ah, okay.
Okay, thank you, Yanni.
Then we can walk from there to there.
Because I was just thinking, like, the wizards went missing quite a while ago. We've been on this for a while, haven't we? Right. But also, why were they trying to kick that other grotty goblin out anyway? What the hell had he gone wrong?
But now trying to force them to fight.
Yeah, but if they didn't open the door, no one had to fight.
Maybe they thought we could open the door.
Maybe, mate, he did do a spell.
Don't tell him that. If he thinks he's competent, we're in trouble.
If any of you become competent, we're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, most of the goblins are now asleep.
Is that guy still doing his thing in the circle? No rest?
No, he occasionally stops briefly and just carries on. You think that at some point during the night you do hear him softly snoring, but he is still jinking about.
How much about magic would John's character actually know?
About magic, fuck all.
Okay. So all I see is a circle on the ground.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
You know
what
that.
it
Well,
is.
you've
All I
been.
know is magic corrupts people.
Well, you know that you've been through one.
Okay.
He's stood in one and been transported before.
Magic
Okay.
corrupts people.
Okay.
They need to be helped along the
It's
way.
not just magic, mate. Not just
No,
magic.
but magic does, amongst the other things, magic corrupts people. Helps
So-
us down the road.
Next morning, the goblins have started DIY, obviously.
Starting to do up their
I'm
home.
up with my spoon.
You ain't got the spoon yet, mate.
I thought you actually had one.
He's
around
got
his
his
neck.
spoon, yeah.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, I'm up with my spoon.
One
Looking
temporary
for food.
Yeah.
Good luck.
One temporary
Yeah.
corruption goes away. Bullshit.
Fumbling up a
I'll
spell.
cast a
Go on.
spell tomorrow.
I'll look into that for you.
No, you're probably right, but it's just fuck. No wonder we will become mad.
You won't. Don't worry. I won't let you become mad.
No, to be fair, we have seen someone turn, haven't we? And they became all spiky and like monstrous.
And do we remember what happened to them next?
Oh,
I shot them in the head.
yeah, might as well you should. I shall endeavour to not become spiky and all monstrous.
But now my senses are more attuned and I can detect them becoming corrupt sooner.
So almost
How
like
do
a
you feel
precursor.
about
Yeah,
it?
so you can execute them before they come.
Okay.
That's it.
Like that,
Yeah,
don't
exactly. Yeah.
I am still affected by the side effects of my magical powers, yes. Thank you for asking. I apologise if I've been somewhat short with you.
Have you analysed that weird black goo?
Not yet. I will do that once I get back to the Oreo Magica. I wonder if it is perhaps something the rate.
Some parasites that lived in your head?
No,
Excreting stuff out of your ear?
Well, no, I mean sometimes
I've
certain
heard that
spells can
before.
have different effects on beasts. If it was a rage troll, perhaps the rage had somehow created a psychic feedback loop that may have affected me. Well, maybe I just rolled a 20.
So, do you think you can have your apprentice? I'll protect her while she asks the goblins. We just wanted to know what some of these points were marked on the map and if the tomb's safe to travel to, or if we need to watch out for anything on the way there.
That makes sense. Perhaps the goblins can guide us even.
Well, we're going to walk there and we're obviously going to watch out for things on the way there anyway.
It's just,
because
Yanni,
wouldn't you want to know what this and maybe if there's any trouble on the way to the tomb?
I recall yesterday you were communicating with the goblins and yet you weren't sure how you did it. Can you understand their language or was it a instinctive
It's
hand gestures? You were
just
doing?
hand gestures, I think.
Fascinating.
hand gestures are wonderful, aren't they?
So in other words, almost like childlike communication.
Perhaps,
Because
yes.
she's scared.
Indeed.
Let's go to
Do you know how much you heal a night? Does anyone remember how much we heal?
All of it.
No, I can only
Nice
heal,
try there, Stick!
I can only heal a certain, I can only do medicus
Because
once a
that
day.
is how much you get back from
Corruption.
temporary corruption. Permanent corruption you cannot get rid of unless there's a ritual.
Okay. I don't have it yet.
So
sounds like a point. It sounds like a point in night.
Yeah.
it does sound like something like that, doesn't it?
Because if I'm doing D4 if I fail, yeah, I can do D4 toughness.
Healing,
normally.
healing,
So,
healing.
as long as it's once a day, not once a week, because otherwise you're all fucked.
Natural healing happens at a rate of 1 point of toughness per day. Medicus can heal 1d4.
Or D6 if you've got cures, which we do have. And we still have.
So that's how much temporary
So that was one per month, yeah?
month.
Per decade. Cuts as many spells as you like.
There must be a spell or something so you can reduce it, otherwise you...
Well, I'm
Well,
only
maybe you
getting
should stop
one.
throwing spells about left, right and centre willy-nilly.
I'm only getting one instead of the D4 that I was getting.
Yeah, that's
Oof.
good. That was good.
Yeah, you can imagine
Before we
two
get
rolls
back.
of that.
Yeah,
Two
man.
rolls of a 4 and he's done.
Yeah.
But
So-
can people live with 1 or 2 points of permanent corruption?
Provided that they don't have somebody who hunts abominations hanging around all the
1
time.
or 2
Yeah.
points is like
It's just
it's 1 or 2 points.
beginning of a
It's not.
slippery slope.
Yeah, I know, right? But that's the fun.
Is there a slight colouring of black in his aura? Yes. Funk!
Rumour has it the Queen has got. Not that we would.
I haven't actually met her, but if I ever do meet her,
I think he
that's
said
a-
that to you, not in front of me.
I think that's the sort of bad.
You're all sitting there talking about corruption at the moment.
Yeah.
Around for breakfast.
Then my sword sort
Um,
of this is about the
A
queen.
certain amount
Is that true?
Well,
I haven't heard that
true.
you
before.
what?
The sword comes forward when
It's-
it's about the queen, just as
You said, oh, great.
I haven't heard that before, I must admit.
I thought that was why she wore the mask, right?
She
wears that mask.
Put your sword away.
She was captured by the Dark Lords.
Yeah.
But I assumed she was.
You might want to be Queen's Guard, but you're not
She's
at the
surviving
moment.
with it rather than it being it affecting her.
Still, we shouldn't talk about the queen that way.
Okay.
Rumours have a way of tumbling into people's real beliefs.
Well, yeah, stupid people.
And there are
And
only
yet
4
you
of them
said it
here.
as well, and it's yet just as
I didn't
rumour.
say I believed it. I said it was a rumour.
And I'm not personally going to ask her when I see her.
Well, ask. I'll put the map back in front of you. This, and if there's any problem on the way to that.
Yeah, perhaps you can communicate with the goblins. We'd like to know if they understand this map. if perhaps they could guide us to the tomb, and if these other marks on the map were anything relevant, or if they're just landmarks.
They're just markings, so
She's got hand signals, right? She ain't gonna
Yeah,
be able to do that. It's going to be simple.
I was thinking that's quite a few complex questions.
We're going
Not,
to the
what's
tomb. We don't really even need goblins to guide us. We're going to the tomb.
How about
Tomb?
Lucy's on the way?
is where everyone from here went. Sinkhole is where the goblins came from.
So the tomb is where we want to go then.
Yeah, the tomb is where we want to go. Yeah.
If everyone from here went to the tomb,
Goblins
and that's
came
what
from
we're
the
looking
sink.
for.
Goblins came through the sink. Goblins were in the underworld. They came through the sinkhole because it opened up, and it gave them a way out the troll kingdoms.
Troll kingdoms.
They were slaves.
And if goblins are out, maybe some trolls are out as well.
These are
That's why
slaves.
they put the troll down the hole.
Don't think I've ever seen a
It's
troll. Oh
revenge.
wait, yeah.
You just see one.
They were slaves.
Do they understand anything about
They
the-
lost some. They. They lost. They lost some of their kind coming up through the sinkhole.
Do they understand anything about the Grey Death?
How on
There's
earth
nothing
would
to do
she
there.
hand signal that?
Well, we've got examples of it around us, the freeze-dried people.
No, they. The female goblin. Her name is. I managed to learn what her name was, which is quite difficult in goblin tongue. Njeg. Njeg. She's the sister to the king. And she's... We're mages. We mages? We're wizards.
Ordo Magica, yes.
She is a shaman?
Ah, primitive versions of what we do.
Yeah,
Just like your people skills.
Yeah,
Ah, primitive.
Yeah,
I'm not wrong. From my perspective, yes. Which is effectively right.
From our perspective, she managed to cast things without falling down.
That's true.
Can we make our way then?
Make
Not
a
much
mind.
to learn here.
Primitive. I like that.
Yes, we should go to the tomb.
Well, they are. They don't use books. They just
I
rely
don't
on.
use books. Why would anyone? I've got scrolls, but books good for. I don't know what books are good for. Yeah, I do use books sometimes.
So
Better not be using mine.
so
Smearing it.
So my comrade, would you say that the rest of us are all primitive because we don't read books?
No, my point is they use magic from a purely emotional, spiritual place, whereas wizards of the Ordo Magica use it from a more, I guess you would use the term, logic, science-based. What I'm trying to, like, obviously I don't know.
Yarny's like...
Think about a fighter. You're
Yes.
a fighter, you fight things.
Yes.
You have fighting styles, correct?
Yes.
And you might use certain styles and moves, feints and deception to win a fight. Whereas another fighter may just be strong and hit things. Yes?
Yes.
So the shaman is more of the be strong and hit things,
So
whereas I would be more of a
so you
a
mean
duelist.
potentially effective?
Potentially, I did not. Primitive doesn't mean ineffective.
It doesn't make it sound that way.
It does. It's quite a
Sounds
condescending
insulting in a way.
word.
Unfortunately, the goblins can't speak it, so maybe...
Yeah,
No,
I'm sure it could be
Like,
taken.
there's his apprentice. Incurative.
Yeah, he says your and bombs. Yeah.
Ugh.
Oak.
I'm merely describing what I see with my.
Again, is this corruption on your part what's making you
No,
sound
no.
Or just that arrogant?
No, I'm
I'm
only teasing him.
Anyway, let's
I've
get on
trained
our way.
many years to be a wizard, and I'm proud of it.
Fair enough.
Is that wrong?
Hey!
You've tried many years to be a knight. You would be proud of that, sure.
But he tried many years to become Queen's Knight
Right, yeah.
and failed!
You're proud
No!
of your.
I still am a knight though, so it still should be arrogant.
prowess.
Wouldn't have thought so, the way you want to kick them fucking goblins into the pit!
You wear.
That was
metal
enemies
armour
at the
and
time. I
use-
tried to hurt my friends.
You wear metal armour and you steal swords
The moment
that
he
have been
said
people
how many
crafted
goblins
over
are
many
watching,
years. They don't
Steel
just
sword.
I
Throw
knew.
my sword.
use
I
steel
freaking knew he
swords.
was
Oh,
thinking
I
it.
thought you said steel sword.
They don't just throw metal in a bowl and hope that it becomes a sword
It's-
because if they think about it really hard. You have to go through years of training to be a proper blacksmith.
So you
and
said,
understand
yeah, but
forging
you said
weapons.
they're primitive, but they seem to not have to train as hard to get the same magic outcome as you.
What magic have you seen this woman do? This goblin woman do?
Well, I think she picked a protection spell on us, and we're all still here.
With the bone thing.
If
But,
you think
but also, I do believe she's had better effect at bending the will of her brother.
honestly, I'm just taking the meat out of it now. I think he's a bit arsey.
I'm disengaging from this conversation.
What's the tune like?
You haven't even got there yet. They're arguing amongst themselves.
He called the lady primitive because she can use magic without a book.
We don't know that she can! We've only been told that she's a shaman, whatever that might mean to these random under-the-ground goblins. Remain calm. Remain calm. You must meditate. Really fucking hard!
You're losing control.
No. Just losing my fucking patience!
Is it worth a point of temporary corruption to find out whether you are?
It's worth permanent corruption to like a mad evil.
Okay.
Gonna hit it.
You probably not.
No, I'm really not. Gonna fly at it feebly.
So, you are leaving the goblin hold behind
Yes.
Yes.
and trekking off towards the tomb.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave. We got some
Apprentices?
food and stuff from the. So we got the tower, and we got some food and stuff from the place adjacent to the tower. I'm gonna leave some food with whoever the nutter in the circle is, and literally just like pack up some lunch and put, like a couple of days worth of rations, put it next to them. Try and ignore fucking meat puppet or whatever I'm
Are
hearing.
you coming? I'm waiting. Where are you? You should be here by now.
Okay.
How much
We-
food were we all given though?
We got. You said we got. I watched the last video. Fuck you. We got a couple of weeks worth of food.
And half of it
Yeah, but we've got.
had gone corrupted.
I'm not leaving this person here who's.
Oh, don't tell me, mate. I completely agree with what you're doing. It's your
Yeah.
scumbag fucking friends.
We can't take. This was a
No way
dude,
can I
right?
Yeah, man.
Human man.
Human man.
Can't take him
We
with
can't
us.
take him with us because he's gone. I don't know this voice in what I assume is a voice in the circle that can't hear us from outside the circle. I don't know how that's working. I've got Ritualist, but that only works, as far as I know, that just means I can do this ritual. I can't discern things from other rituals. I don't have access to a library, so can I make a Lord Master roll
For what?
to determine whether this circle is A, on, B, if it is on, what it might be doing?
Okay, go on then.
I don't think you should leave him here. Sorry, I don't think you should leave him here in the state he's in at the moment.
A 1.
As far as you're concerned, that is on and active.
Oh! How do I make it off? But then maybe that is protecting him. Maybe it's communicate. Do you want another roll of a 1? Because I rolled the 1, so you have to roll to see another 1. I rolled off it and got a 9. Prick.
No, you're like, okay, that's for communication purposes. It'd be from here to wherever
Wherever the
it
other
was
side
linked
of it is.
to. It's open. The communication channel is open,
Okay.
but obviously, maybe it's not.
Can you hear? I'll try and can you hear me? To this voice calling us meat thistles or whatever.
That
it was.
link, I can hear you.
You can hear me. Ah, so we can have a two-way conversation.
Yes. He's standing in the circle, talking.
The thing that concerns me is
Where
this guy in
are
the middle,
you?
that he's mad. What if he gets corrupted and taken over by whoever was this?
Why
evil
would you
voice
choose
you're
not to
listening
tell us?
And we come back and he's
But why
killed
would
all
I
the
choose to
goblins.
tell you?
True.
That concerns me as well. I don't know how.
We have come
we-
from the Ono Magica. We are looking For
Looking for the tomb.
Magister,
Yes, I know.
Magister Celia specifically.
In the tomb.
So she is there. You were there. You are her.
I am not her.
And may I ask who you are?
You may ask.
Who are you?
I may not answer. You're like
Are you the causation of this poor man's mania?
causation. I helped him not to die when the darkness came.
The darkness being the strange swath of death that seems to make its way
Yes.
from the sinkhole, we believe.
This is Drakavar.
True, it could be anything.
This is really weird.
It's
We're-
weird here.
We're seeing him answering his own questions.
Yeah.
Could you perhaps... So am I saying the words?
You can either say, well, you,
Oh, I mean, I'm just having a one-way conversation.
most of
with
the
voice.
time, you know, wizards, I would just assume it comes out of their mouths because they can't keep anything in, can they?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can.
Oh, I'm speaking out loud.
yeah, you're like,
If I think... Can it hear me? Can you hear me when I'm thinking?
of course they can. You're in a circle. You
Oh,
silly
that's clever.
mage.
Well, I will admit I'm merely an adept. I'm no master yet. I still have much to learn.
That explains a lot, says everyone else.
So you are based at the tomb.
No,
Where are you based?
in the woods.
It's not a multinational company.
So you're
the head
just
office.
a-
No, head office is.
Why would you save this wizard of the Ordo Magica when his friends are all, for want of a better word, desiccated?
I thought he could help.
Perhaps we can help.
Perhaps
What help do you need?
you're going to the tomb.
We are planning to do so, yes. What would you like us to do when we get there?
Come and see me.
So you are at the tomb.
No.
So we have to go to the tomb and then come and see
It
you?
laughs. Wherever it is, it's laughing at you, and it's like nails being scratched down a chalk.
Doesn't feel like we're getting anywhere, so I'm going to head to the tomb. Perhaps we will speak again in the future.
Perhaps.
We've left some food for this poor soul.
It won't help him.
Sadly, I believe you might be right.
There is only one thing you could really do to help him. But you Ambrians aren't like that, are you?
I don't know.
It's
I am not.
None of the ones still in the circle are.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for yours. Shame we couldn't have helped each other.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do to help yet. You have been
See,
unclear.
I'm casting Witch Sight on the circle because there's two people in the circle. Okay. Yeah. No. Give me a second. Draw me bow. I'm just looking at the two people in the circle.
No, the geezer, he is...
I'm a bit of a geezer, yeah, you're right.
I don't think he's not bad.
Right, his shadow,
Yeah.
what you see is silver with a green undertone, like a glittering ocean.
Oh, okay. That's very
And
interesting.
Parker's is whatever
Mine is-
Parker's
Mine is
is.
pale and wispy, like the morning mist or a low fire, with occasional sparks of magic.
Of black.
No.
Not any black.
I've got no permanent corruption.
Is
I
it
don't know.
pale and purple? Is it lots of purple?
No.
You didn't
There's
mention
tiny,
the grey.
maybe some of those little sparks are
Purple?
slightly grey. But there's nothing else. Put me arrow away.
Just this endless void. Ah!
You still have a cyber stick?
Yeah, I'm looking. I thought I saw something about shadow on here. I needed to write on.
Oh yeah, he'll have his own shadow. John should have written this down. Stick needs, Chris needs to come up with that one as well at some point. So he comes out the circle looking rather perplexed.
If we go away and we leave this person in the circle, what if he gets corrupted by something that takes his mind and forces him to do their deeds? Because you know there's something in there. I think he should be put down. He's going to die in there. He's not eating. You cannot argue that he's a happy man. And I don't see that you can argue that there's a way for him to move forward, not as he is. I mean, it's possible that something we do may cure him, but I can see. Do you want to come back from the tower and find that something's corrupted him and he's gone and murdered all these goblins?
I appreciate your point of view, but by doing this we have given up on hope, haven't we? The hope that we can save him. That we can...
Hope only goes so far. Hope's not endless. There comes a point where there's no more hope and then it is a time for action. Hope.
What do you gents think?
When we first got here, I thought it might be best to pick him out of his misery.
So that's 2. I guess it's 1
Kill him.
No, I'll let me get Yanni out of the fucking room before you shoot someone in the face.
Arrow hits him. Back of the neck. It just sort of slumps forward. Yanni sort of screams.
She's got to learn things like that.
And that's why you don't want to become corrupt.
She's hugging you. She's like,
And your master is very close.
I'm not laughing.
she's now beginning to panicky, and she begins to back away from you. She's like, it's not corrupt. No, no.
Thank you.
Please, don't.
My master isn't corrupt. Are you corrupt?
No, he's
I'm
not corrupt.
But then why did you say it?
Because I'm a mean
You
man.
think it's a joke?
Yes.
You think corruption and killing is a joke?
No, it's a way of life. Or death.
No, I don't like it. Don't like this.
Well, hopefully we might have to deal with such things once we get back to the
I'll wait until she's out of the room before I take the arrow out.
Foot on the back of his
I
head.
know exactly.
Hello, Meatling. Are you
Ignore
going
it.
to come and help me?
If you get in my way, you can have some of that as well. Pull the arrow out.
Oh, an arrow in the back of the head. I'm so scared.
Get out, walk out. I've had abominations talk to me before. I've had them beg for mercy before.
I will.
I doubt that very
So
much.
do I, but it's the sort of thing to say.
On the way through to the tomb, or at least as we're now leaving the thing, I'm trying to impart alchemical knowledge upon Yanni
She's
to give her something else
Selfish
to focus
bastard
on.
broke me arrow as well.
She's not walking next to you.
What a fucker.
She is looking really upset and really edgy. She's not even looking at him. She's not even fussing the dog. The dog and her were getting on really famously. And she's either like, you can see that she wants to be right at the front, but she's not
doesn't want to be right at
stupid
the front,
enough
sun right
to
at the front.
realise that she can be at the front. She doesn't want to be at the back because it's the same fucking problem. So she's lurking kind of in the middle, but she's not gravitating towards anyone.
You're a wonderful
She is not. She doesn't say a word.
I am keeping an eye on her in the fact that if she's not with one of us, there's a chance that something could come out and grab her, so I'm just making sure she's safe.
So, according to the map, it's about a day's hike.
When you say a day, as in a full day like day and night, or a day as in...
A full day as in the sunlight, not that you see the sun, because you're in this fucking wood. The journey itself it's not taxing. You're not in the dark of Dracovar, you're in the light part of Dracovar, so the trees aren't all uber close together. They're just close enough you can't really see much beyond, 20 metres. Occasionally you might see something flitting from tree to tree. Good luck in identifying it. You've no idea what the hell is going on in this place. And again, you do cross two trails of this 50-yard swathe of dead that is freaky. It's unnatural. But continuing on, night is slowly beginning to fall, and you thought, you should have been at the tomb by now. Oh, these are lovely little dice parky.
Yeah, cute, right?
Yeah, they really are.
They're like proper dice but mini. They're
Yeah.
not even like mini blob dice.
No, they're
like
proper-
exact dice but mini.
Proper fucking...
Can I, as we're travelling, can I make a gather herbs roll? As we're travelling around, I'd like to find some shen grass, if that's possible.
You can have a go.
It's a cunning roll. I am not cunning enough.
Nah.
They're too busy travelling and...
No, you're not cunning enough.
Can you all give me vigilant rolls, please?
Probably not.
We'd like to hope so.
Unlikely.
Oh no,
Nope.
failed by 1.
Ah, fell
I'll
by
find
one.
this time.
Failed by
Okay.
lots.
Wow.
You don't see anything.
Oh no!
Can you roll an extra d6 for
A D6?
a D, whatever.
That's
for
3.
Yanni? And can you roll for the dog?
Yeah, because we really need to
No,
see what it is.
19. The dog is like.
The dog's too busy having a shit.
The dog's probably found something else that's had a shit.
The dog's in your backpack, mate, with his head out.
After
mate.
having rolled in shit.
Yeah.
Yanni stops suddenly.
Well, I wouldn't notice because I'm at the
I've
front.
been keeping an eye on her. Guys,
Master.
yes.
And she sort of, hey, smell it.
I'll go over to where she is and try and waft.
Wafting!
Yeah,
Cheese! Cheese!
you filthy child.
Meat.
Like cooked meat.
That's meat cooking.
I'm surprised you didn't pick this up.
He's like, what?
What? I'm looking. I can't see anything. Mine generally go on sight.
Barbecue, pork ribs.
Slightly done with the sauce of some kind.
Okay, yeah. You'll be right.
Yeah, you're right. It's just when the breeze just goes in that right direction, like, yeah. Not that too far ahead.
Is it
Sort out.
where are we close to where we think we should be?
You should be close to the
Right.
tomb.
So with any luck.
Why would there be a barbecue at the tomb?
Oh well, there might be somebody left alive there.
Sort out just in case, because you know whatever's
It could be
cooking,
human meat.
Yes.
Oh no.
Human meat!
Oh, delicious human meat.
Nom nom nom!
That
Meat's back on the menu, boys!
We've obviously talked about what happened when we were in the circle, and therefore there would be stuff like where we're going.
Well, have you? Have you talked about what you heard in the circle?
Nope.
Nope!
I would ask someone.
There is a voice.
Yeah, some
We
voice
don't
spoke
really
to me,
know.
but I just ignored them.
I tried to ask you questions. It was very.
You want to be a bit careful about asking voices questions.
Yeah,
did
it was
actually
clearly
say?
very.
Correct?
It said there were. It said it wanted help, but it was at the tomb, but it also wasn't at the tomb. But we can help by going to the tomb.
Could his body be at the tomb and his spirit be somewhere else?
Potentially, it could be the spirit of this dead king. It could be anything. I don't feel it's a member of the Order Magica because they would hopefully be more willing to help.
Was it a male or a female voice?
It was kind of indistinct because it's the voice from the beyond, right?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Walking cautiously, going to get my bow vaguely ready
I'll
and
take
keep
it.
him forwards.
Don't really do
I'll assume I'll
sneaking.
take the front then, and
I'll
we'll
be
leave
back.
him at the back if he's not doing anything.
No, I'll still lead from the front. We haven't seen anything yet.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll start stomping forward with him.
Yeah, I'll go up a bit more.
Can you give
But
me a
making sure
vigilant
he's
roll,
in reach
please, mate?
distance.
I hope so. Oh, for fuck's sake, yeah. Just dice are awesome. 18 that time.
Carry on. You still, every now and again, just get this waft of meat,
Yeah.
and you come into a clearing which has, believe it or not, a mound, and there is a entranceway. Two stone doors at the front of it, partially open. Trees still dot around the exterior, and there's a couple of trees actually on the mound itself. But there's no one here.
Right, that's it.
Walk
Stay
to the
here.
door.
No. Someone's around. I'm going to go looking.
Yeah,
Start doing circles.
Okay, him and the dog disappear.
I'll be back in a little while. I'll let you know.
I asked these, does this look like a tomb or does it look like somebody's house to you? This seems a bit
I mean, it's like a mound with a door in it, right?
Yeah.
So it could be a wall. I mean, it looks like a
Burial mound.
burial.
Or, I'm afraid I've already walked to the door, haven't I? I have to, it's my impulsive character.
That doesn't mean you have to do. It depends on what you. If you read the description, it's more when you say something, you'll act on it.
And I did, didn't I? I said walk to the door.
Well, you have now.
Yeah.
You didn't before, right?
No, I did. Before, when he described, I said walk to the door. Because
Right.
I'm not allowed to change my mind.
Right, well,
According to
you're standing at the
Yeah.
at the stone doors. You've buggered off, and these two are basically masturbating. Did you do your roll?
Skiing.
Done that one, yeah.
I just have to.
Right.
Bring me food.
Obviously, no one else gets to see this, hear this. Nick, you do find a camp. It's what, 300 yards away from the entrance of this. Can you give me another vigilant roll? This one is quite.
Yep.
Yeah, they're good. That's the one you wanted. You've had a good look round. I said you found this camp about 300 yards away. It's well hidden. Apart from the fact of cooking meat. There was a bloke on watch. He hasn't seen you. He's on watch, but you've hidden.
Yeah.
Just hasn't noticed you. Camp itself is 4 men. Kind of get the feeling you've seen them before. There's no tents or anything. It's just bedrolls and that sort of thing. And you sort of creep around the camp a bit more. And then sitting by the fire, didn't notice it beforehand because this person was by the tree, leaning against a tree with the fire. And you just catch a glimpse of them. They're sitting there and they're holding a skull. And the skull has got what appears to be like a crown growing out of its skull. And this person's just holding the skull.
Fade out.
Fade out.
That's these we've come across these people.
Right, for you at the doorway,
Yep.
it's they're stone doors. Obviously there's been some seismic shifting because just as you look at it, you can see you're never going to be able to close that door again.
Okay.
Okay, and around the edging of the door are a whole load of runes and pictographs.
So, with my really limited
Brain.
understanding of yes, that as well. Really limited understanding of magic and secret doorways and nonsense like that. I will still remember what he read, where the way was now open. So I will just meander back to them
Okay.
and explain what I saw, and I'll say I think it's what was referred to in that piece of paper he read out to us.
Okay.
Yes, because I can also remember this.
And just when you've done
Yes,
that,
there were runes in there.
wait till.
Sounds a bit more like combat music, Sean. I like that.
That's the same tune, mate. I'm about to change it for Dungeon Depths.
Ooh.
Music provided by
Sirenscape.
Indeed.
What, a track called Dungeon Deaths.
Dungeon Depths.
Oh.
I thought he said this as well.
Or was it a slip of the tongue?
Little Freudian, perhaps.
Love a slip
Oh,
of the
hey, you
tongue.
leave my mother out of it.
I love a slip of the tongue.
That's what
Hey!
he said.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Hopefully the next session you'll be really into your character. Oh, I'm loving it. I do like this game.
F you and the bee.
Although I forgot how much of a fucking pain in the arse Impetuous is.
What's impetuous?
Well, you know,
Or
reckless.
you let
Oh.
Did you shut the door or did...
Yeah.
Is there anyone in here, is it?
I think it's in there.
Is there anyone in here?
To be honest, it was cooler with the door open.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I know, but noise travels, noise will come through. Actually, fucking open it, what the hell?
I just thought it was a little bit...
She's only watching telly.
Well, Frankie's in the living room. It's only...
Yeah, it's only the noisy ones downstairs.
Is that a cover band of Frankie Goes to Hollywood? Frankie's in the living room.
So, you two are lurking, and he comes wandering back from looking at the doors, says some stuff, and just as he finishes that, Ranger,
There's 4 guys out there. I would think of doing 5. Yeah, sorry, 4 in a guard. 5 guys out there. I would think we're talking something like. You remember that Church of the Dread?
The Templars.
Yeah,
They
the
don't
dark
sound good
ones.
people.
There's some people out there with a skull with horns. Does that sound good to you?
We already killed a bunch of those, didn't we?
I know, but it was an order, wasn't it? It was an order. It wasn't. You know, we had
Oh,
only
because
wiped
they
the order
were
out.
supposed to be good, but we found out they were actually ungood.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, isn't it? From what I saw of them.
Should we deal with them before
Were they
we
not
travel further?
what's an ear witch hunter?
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah.
Wasn't there a band of bandits.
You went chasing after them at the end of the.
That is what I think, isn't it?
That's what we
And
ambush them,
but they've got the skull.
which we know is controlling people and making them do bad things. It's the same. You're sure? Obviously, it's the same skull, but I mean, you're sure it's the same skull?
The guy was sitting there looking into it, and it's a skull with little horns. I'm not saying anything like it's evil. They got one guy on watch, and he's not as good as he thinks he is, but it's still they're pretty competent.
So what do we do? I mean, do we ambush them or?
I don't think we go in the tomb knowing they're out there, so yeah, probably we take them out first.
Okay.
That what he thinks is best.
I mean, do you all think?
I think if
Do
they're
you
corrupt,
I don't think. That's
No,
the
yeah,
point.
this is
Yeah,
pure
I
action.
So if you tell me that that's what you think we need to do, then I'm game.
so do you want
This
to
is great. I much prefer this version. It's point and press, superb.
Do you want to shoot arrow into the guard then, and then we go in?
I'm going
Like
to.
the
I
start
need
of
to-
our battle.
Let's give me a moment. I'm going to find a spot for Yanni behind a tree,
Up a tree?
potentially.
Might be better up a tree.
Climb. I mean, children can climb, right? Climb up a tree.
Well, you just boost her up into the
They're
tree.
not distinctly. They do have to know, but
Yeah, just imagine they come out and start climbing and eating bananas.
But if no one else, we have to do a. Sadly, we have to do a violent thing.
The violent thing.
I will endeavour to come back to you, even if my companion so. If you have to wait all night, leave in the morning and head back that way. It shouldn't be that bad though.
She waves you goodbye and
No,
starts. You can see her already started planning her journey back home.
Okay.
See, my master was very much he was an indoors guy. You know, I used to make potions and learn things from books, but I've been told that I have to take her wherever I go, which is my apprentice, which I understand. But then
But
they tell me
it's
to go and do these
dangerous
crazy,
areas.
dangerous
If
things.
you've got the tree, that's okay. It's no worries. I would say the best thing for this is if we obviously need to split up here. I can get you closest to the camp and point in the direction, but I'm going to leave you before you're so close that they notice you, and then you going from one way and I'll go in from another way.
Yeah, I don't know how much I can do today. I'm still feeling the after effects of yesterday's. Fuck you.
How is that different from yesterday?
Fuck you.
Sorry, pointless question.
There has been something of a. I don't know if you unmagical folks would understand it. There's been something of a retcon. It's a magical term, meaning the way that magic operates in the world has changed slightly.
No, it hasn't. He can't get a spell right.
But also, I'm heavier on corruption than I'd like to be. You've got some homing arrows that I made for you, right?
And I used it, didn't I? You only made one, and I used it.
Yes. So shall I try and... The problem is I can bend his will, but even if it works, I can't stop him from shouting.
Might be best just use something what damages them or puts them down.
I mean, I can try and
Didn't
throw
the
flame at
bending of the
him.
will do you in last time?
That was against a rage troll. That's different against a mere human mortal mind.
I thought that would have been easier for them to pick up a fight against willpowers.
I suppose that shows
Have
what
a
you
look,
know about.
and I get ready to go and fight. With my sword and shield of plenty.
I will attempt to... I mean, we're waiting on you to give us the nod, right? And then we'll just flame charge.
Yeah,
do stuff.
what my plan is to lead them roughly and say, right, okay, here's where we are. I will walk you to here. They are here. I will walk you to here. I will then go off here, and then basically, when I hear them start to move, I will start firing in from this side.
We'll shoot someone
And I'll
through
just
the throat.
I'll bundle in the
Because
other
they're going to
side.
come charging in, and I'll be shooting from a different direction. That's the plan. I mean, they'll hear them coming and react to that, in which case I should be able to put...
What about the guy on watch?
I don't. Well, the thing is, there's at least one other guy awake, so it isn't going to work. I don't think I can kill the guy on watch and the guy who's awake, the leader, without anybody noticing. It's not going to happen. So basically, not much of a ranger. I found the camp. Right? I'm not much of an assassin. I'm not an assassin. I'm a hunter.
All right.
So I think the best bet really is if they're going to notice us. In which case,
what about you killing the guy on
Right.
watch being the
Okay. So
you wouldn't know them when
you've got them there. You said camp's there. You've gone off.
I'll basically say, count to 100, then walk in that direction.
So
Give me time to get
count,
around.
yeah.
you guys. You. Give me vigilant rolls at. This is vigilant -5.
I got a 1.
Wouldn't have mattered if you gave me no minuses.
Do I re-roll again if you get
I
1?
don't need some of those.
Should have done it. Didn't. -5.
So you didn't. So you can see the guy. He's fucking well hidden. But he's sort of leaning against a tree. He's not looking your way. He's sort of.
So, do you think that's the one he said was on watch, or do you think that's another person that person on this?
Well, I'll get around and then
You are
basically-
now at a vantage point where you can see the camp.
Okay, well I'm going to aim to shoot the guy on watch.
Okay.
I'm not going to shoot your leader because clearly that's going to fuck everything up. It probably won't work. So
No,
shoot
try
the
shoot
guy
the
on
leader
watch.
if you want. I do
No, I'm
okay.
going to shoot the guy on watch. The guy on watch is the obvious guy. Shoot.
Alright.
And in fact, he's practically expecting it.
This is the one I'm watching.
That'll hit.
Will it? Will it now?
Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah.
What's my quickness? No modifier.
I was going to say, unless you take 9 off it, it's going to hit. Okay.
I can -9 then.
Yeah, well, it's still hit.
Oh! Right.
10 out of best.
So you've thumped an
There are
arrow.
minuses on a D20.
Hey!
Yeah, you
Thumped an arrow into this first guy.
Is he armoured?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, great. 2 points of damage. Spunked it into his ankle.
Oh, arrow thumps him. Like, oh! Under attack!
There you go.
Is this the one I noticed, sure? The one what just I noticed to get leaning
Oh,
against
you've
the
seen him. You've seen him like
Yeah.
thunk.
Yeah.
Oh!
In that case, I start running in ready to.
No, you're not. 'Cause it's not your turn.
Okay.
Stick.
Bundle.
Right. So your movement action
great,
and a
Andy.
movement
He's
action will
just
get you either movement action and combat, or movement action,
That's
movement
both
action
of
into the
them.
camp.
They've both done more in
Movement
this session
action,
than the last
movement
guys did.
You're going
the whole
into the
series.
camp.
And he hasn't done any negative things, which is the main thing.
Okay. So
Well,
sticks.
we-
I kind of just destroyed a kid's mind and bond with it heroic
I
caregiver.
go in as
You got movement action and combat with the guard on watch, or movement action to get you into the camp.
I'll go for the guard now. He's already shot, so
Okay.
I'll go for the guard because he's the one making the noise, isn't he?
Right, so do your fight action then. You go running in, he pulls out his one-handed weapon. You're at
Oi.
see, +1.
I still miss.
Helicopter.
Okay, you're I'm the Queen's Knight!
Bonk.
Swing and miss.
Oh no, that's only when I'm using 2 hands.
Yes, my guys go. So the guy will try to bop you then, Chris.
Okay.
He is
He
at
stabs you and throw and kills you. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh
no modifier.
no. Okay.
So no modifier to your defence.
And I've got my shield up, so that is 12, and I needed 12.
Okay. Clang! Oh, clang! The guys in the thing, you've gone into the camp,
Yep.
haven't you? So
I have.
you are actually fighting. Again, this guy will come running at you, no modifier.
Okay. I do have got this wrong and they were baddies, but what the fuck?
Yeah, they hit me.
Okay, you'll be
If we kill
doing
them all, we'll never know. It won't matter.
I know.
4 points of damage.
History is written by the
Survivors,
Okay, 2
apparently.
Oh, clang! Ding, ding, ding.
Rubber, please.
He
Oh, it
is.
might actually be 13, but that's all right.
The one thing is, he's not got as good at combat anymore. He misses a lot, doesn't he? He used to be awesome.
Haka!
I am. So Nick's gone this way. These two are like wobbled
Go on,
in.
charging forward.
I'm going to try and go around the other way a little bit and get closer so I can see the main camp and ignore the.
Okay, oh, well, in that case, give me a quickness then.
Oh no!
You just have no vigilance.
Oh, I got on it. Yes.
Right, you bundle round as all of this happens, and what you can see,
Lift up my skirts. And
Can't see.
If I go.
can't see Nick, obs, but you can see, you can hear our heroic knight
brains in
spots
the
on
right
my
place.
tongue. Fucking sniff on that. Fighting this, fighting the guy that was on guard. In the camp, you can see our uber proper warrior battling one guy.
With this big long pointy stick.
Yeah. There's two other guys are now getting up, ripping the weapons out, and the guy with the skull is put it aside. He's looking, and yes, you have. It's that bastard. Was he Belomeo or something? Was his name?
Witch hunter guy.
Oh, bloody witch hunter! It's him. No. That'll be your next action. won't
Then
it?
don't fail that and go corrupt, because I don't want to kill you at the
Nick!
moment, because there are other people to kill. I'm looking for another target because he's in hand-to-hand combat.
There's Chris is fighting the guy.
One of the
watch.
other guys who
He's
stood
fighting.
up.
I think there's two
and,
guys.
Yeah, I'll shoot one of them.
Okay.
No, I won't. I missed by one.
Ah, well, their defence is +1. If you'd have given me time to give you your fucking bonuses, matey.
Okay,
+1.
right, fine. In that case, I hit because I'm a 15
Okay.
plus 1.
So roll.
10. Still getting through these armour piercers. Oh, that'll be 10.
10.
Yep.
That's 8 over his pain threshold. Ouch. He's on the floor.
I'll come over and kill Steely in a minute, I guess.
But he is hurt. Hits the floor.
Hamsicle killed Steeler, didn't you, sure?
What?
Yeah, we were going to kill that.
We had a hamster called We did have a hamster called Kill Stealer, and then Rob killed it. Oh. Yeah.
Wow.
Rob slept in the same room as it. It didn't live very long.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
It did end up being really fat.
You
I don't know whether he was like, yeah.
The way he's made it sound.
I feel like
Rob just bonked it on the table.
No, Rob just shared a room with him and then it
It
died.
died.
I'm gonna hit the guy.
Right, +1.
Yes.
Okay, damage please.
1.
1.
Yeah.
No
Did
damage.
you get a one with your first dice then?
No.
Ah,
I rolled a 1 on the fucking damage.
Chris.
I'll still fight the one that I'm fighting. That is also a miss.
Okay.
Shit at the end there, ain't he?
Yeah.
You're cack.
Back to me. So, 1 on you, Stick.
Okay. Yes.
Guess what?
Yeah, yeah,
It's-
yeah.
It's hit you. It will be 4 points of damage.
1. Okay, yeah.
Chris, you're at no modifier to your defence.
So it's under my defence, so
Yep.
therefore it don't hit me, or does that mean it hits?
Under you
Under
hit.
defence is good.
Yeah, in that case. Under my defence, yeah, no, it's under
You
my
want
defence.
Right.
to roll under you.
So he's taking a swing for you. You're like, oh, shield and armour in a way. Wonderful. So that's you and you.
Second number.
That guy is right. The guy that isn't shot,
Yeah.
only other one that's not shot, I'm the leader, is running over to the guy that's been shot, and the leader is drawing his sword and sort of back against the tree, and he's still holding the skull. So
I shall focus my mind upon the leader. I shall grip the brimstone within my pouch, which is not a euphemism. I shall focus on the angles,
what's the range on that?
understand. It does not specify.
It's alright, I don't need a piss.
Therefore,
Yes, I shall work out that it's night time, therefore I have to think about this particular pentagram and not the other pictogram, and then I shall attempt to brimstone cascade him in the mush.
In the mush, right, what's that done on?
Resolute versus quick.
My quick, +1.
+1. Ooh. I made it. He takes d12 damage. Oh, d12s. Don't fail me now. 11 points of fire damage from Brimstone Cascade.
from hell almost.
No, magical, just normal magical setting
You
shit on
get
fire.
corruption every time you cast a spell.
Yes.
Oof.
I got one back, so I'm back to 6 again. I've got max of 8.
Yeah,
Cast
thank
one
you.
more spell.
He fucking screams as this flame fucking hits him. Really not happy about that.
Flame on!
Flame on!
You know the guy who ran over to the guy I'm just
You're
shot?
gonna put
I'm
down
shoot
him,
yeah.
aren't ya?
Yep, why not? Yep, that will hit.
Oh, hell's teeth, where's my
Oh
leg?
god, that's only 3 that time.
Oh, 3 is no damage. Okay, Stichosaurus.
Okay. Yeah, hits and. Oh my god, 1 damage.
You're cutting very small pieces
At
off.
least you hit him, no?
Okay, Chris.
And then hit the one and hit him.
I believe in you.
I hit this time with 1.
Ooh, roll again.
5.
No.
Yeah, because when I'm using the shield, it is 1 step still, so still D12 even though I'm using the shield. 2!
I'm a grown man.
You are a
Okay.
grown man, but you choose.
Allegedly.
Did you just
No
do that?
damage.
You choose not to leave, so.
One against you.
Yeah.
He's hit you, has he?
Yeah.
4 points of
Nothing.
damage.
Armor ignores it all.
Okay. So, clang, 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 clang. On you, Chris.
Still haven't making armor so far.
What?
It's a success, yeah,
Success.
he's rolled under his
Difficult, is it?
That's what I'm saying.
Just roll under.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Roll on the armor and it's.
You don't have to
It's
roll.
not your armour, it's your
under, it's your defence.
Which
Defense,
is
isn't
your
it?
quickness, correct?
Which is your quickness
Unless it's something
minus
else.
any armour.
Okay.
But he's got skill, so he hasn't got to worry about any armour.
Mine
Doesn't need
Nice.
it.
It's good.
I've been getting 4s and that one, it's under that. So
Okay. So there's a great little battle going on here. Yours off. Funk. Funk.
My eyes roll back into my head as I attempt to finish him off with the power of flame.
Oh, your hand is in a really awkward position to say that. Yeah, I'm going to
finish him
I
off.
can't see on the camera though.
And then finish him off. That puts me at that much corruption.
Unless, of course.
Don't want any more.
That's not where you shake the dice after a comment like that.
Yes.
Go on. 20?
Made it.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 point of damage!
Wait, first round, oh! Fire from hell. Next round's like,
Just throw a match at him.
right.
How do you like them apples? Oh, shit apples.
Nick.
There's still a target from the 2 guys helping each other. It's a bit sad, really, but
There's the one guy helping his mate. His mate has got an arrow in his guts, and he's not looking well. And he's helping. He's trying to help his mate. He's still got his sword out. He's looking around because he can't see you.
I'd almost like taking candy, and I should probably feel guilty about it, but what the hell. 8.
Thunk. Guess you should feel guilty about killing these poor innocent men. 8 points of damage.
Yeah. They're not innocent men.
Aren't they?
No.
Aren't they?
No.
we've
Aren't they?
we've decided
they
they're not.
I've decided they weren't.
He said they weren't.
Yes,
so
they're all
that's
getting
him.
I know,
controlled by
and I am
the
going
skull.
on with all
This is all on you. You
I know,
realise.
I realise that.
Investigations
I know when I
or-
get there and I go, I'm stuck. My
Oh,
God, these guys
right.
actually could die.
Ah! Arrows hit him in the shoulder. He's not looking too happy.
You two killed the rest
Yeah,
of them.
and we find out later they're a crusade to protect orphans.
Yeah, this person's just control over with the skull.
Yeah, hit.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
4.
Again, off the armour. Good, oof! Oh, good solid hit.
They're actually cosplaying as the bad guys. They're actually good guys who are doing it for like a charity thing. Right.
Made it.
Yeah, you think they're the bad guys as well.
3.
Very face down there.
Enough! Enough! This is the guy with the skull and he's sort of, enough! Put your weapons down! And the guys just drop their weapons. You're actually bugging.
I mean, I'm like, if I'm behind a tree, I'm now back to the tree, facing the other way, like, because it's like the bile's got up to like the back of my throat, and I'm
Okay?
trying not to. Don't eat, unless he comes. Even if he comes at you, you really can't do it. Don't do it anymore.
Do it.
More.
I'll say to the garden if he come over near the fire then.
Alright, he starts
Why is
moving
my
over
hair
towards the
itchy?
fire. What's he doing?
Oh, hello, I'm a wizard.
Hello. That's my line.
I gotta bite your face off.
That is also my line.
What are you doing?
I'm
Our
watching.
knight walks into the clearing with the other guy who's
I'm
like.
watching from the dark. Also, to be honest, I'm waiting on the wizard.
And you've got the 2 guys on the floor, one with the arrow in the guts, and he is like, ah! Ah!
and the other guy's like,
Well, the guy that was fighting me never took any damage, really.
no, he's just throwing his sword down. He's
Yeah.
just standing there.
I'm not in any way threatening with the spear.
Can I see
holding
him?
it in my hand.
No, of course you can't see me.
He's the other side of the camp somewhere in the woods because he
Yeah,
was
the
lobbing
other
out
side of the
arrows.
fire, I'm wearing dark clothing.
So at the moment, there's you two in the clearing.
I'll kind of stand up and I'm like, don't need it. Carlo, come on, where are you? You're gonna have to do the speaking, I can't.
Okay, I'll come out.
Oh, I'm still ready though, I'll definitely cast a spell. Thank you.
You again.
Andrew, are you alive in there?
I'm fine, I just need a minute.
What are you doing with that?
Bringing it here to get rid of the corruption from it.
You don't get rid of the corruption from it, it corrupts you.
Let me see, you're a ranger, I'm a witch hunter. Think I know more than you do when
Who
it
won
comes
this
to
bloody
corruption.
fight?
Oh, yes, you won this fight by hiding in a bush firing arrows.
Because I'm a ranger.
Yeah.
For somebody who lost a fight, you can shut up.
Can I?
What proof?
You can shut up one way or another.
What proof
what,
do
you
you
shoot
have?
me?
What proof do you have that bringing it here will remove the corruption, not in fact set forth a great and powerful enemy against us?
We've done the research at the monastery.
Oh yeah, was that before or after you killed all those innocent people and set the town on fire?
They were heretics.
They disagreed with you, so they must be, right?
If it takes a few innocent people to die to stop ultimate corruption, then that's what happens.
And the Sith deal in absolutes.
Shove wild and throat with beer.
So, what happens now?
That's an excellent question. Which will be concluded. Oh no.
Not quite!
Oh.
Not quite! That's not quite my dun 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 moment. That's coming on.
Oh no.
You've killed too many innocents.
Well,
There are no such thing as innocence in my line of work.
Bollocks. I hunt abominations, I kill abominations. I
Do
don't
you?
Kill... Yes.
Do you really?
Yes.
If you were a hunter of abominations, you have some form of corruption. I look at you and I see no corruption. That means you're probably a liar.
Or I'm good at what I do.
No one who hunts abominations is corruption free.
I'm good at what I do.
It doesn't matter how good you think you are.
Also-
could you both please just shut up? We are trying to deal with some great and powerful evil and you're bickering like children.
Which we are attempting to deal with.
But we don't know that. You've just sewn this thing and you're holding it as if it's your baby. As if you're trying to
And
commune
you
with
suddenly
it.
turned up, shot two of my men and ambushed us.
Deal with it.
Oh, I'll deal with it. I'll make sure the Audio Magica gets a hear of this.
Only if you survive.
And you think the Ordo Magica will be on your side? Murdering innocents. Anyway, I know you're getting me involved in all your bullshit now.
Whilst they're bickering, I'm just going to go help myself some of that cooked meat.
Oh, mate, now you've done his character research. This guy, he's always hungry.
They're bickering about
Thanks for explaining
egos
to you.
and
I've one experience point.
Why can't you just destroy the skull? Why do you have to take the disruption? You don't want to kill using it.
Why should I tell you the ins and outs of what we do as witch hunters when all you are is a lonely knight? We are here trying to cleanse these abominations, these horrors, so that Dracovar may eventually be able to be cleansed so that we can use it, so the Ambrian people can have a home.
Did you go to the tower?
Tower.
Oh, well, in that case you're missing some vital and important information, aren't you?
Oh, really? Such as?
Well, if I tell you, you might just kill us all.
Well, then that makes me think you're talking out of your arse.
The
You don't even know what the
mages.
tower is.
The mages.
Why should I? We came through the woods.
Fuck it, just want to kill him. I really just want to kill him. Just give me an excuse.
Keep the reason not to be honest. Should we all just sit down? Let's just... let's sit down. Your fellow who's been shot. Let's go over and
He gets his sword, sheathes it. The two that are on the ground, one of them is like, oh, it hurts so much. And the other one's like, it's all right, you'll be all right. Oh, got me shoulder, you'll be all right. I need more.
boy,
Give me more. Where's the meat?
just a skeleton of a cow that you pull out.
Nothing to see here.
Space business.
Space business.
Gut boy. Right, sit down, get him up.
He can sit down, he hasn't stood up, he's got a fucking arrow in his gut.
I can give him some water.
Back to the boss, could I have my arrow back?
Let's have a little looky look.
It's one of my armor piercers, I want him back. I want some of the armor
Fucking,
piercers.
just don't. Fucking. One.
Wow.
I am the best medic that ever there was.
You are, what's that for?
D6.
Is it?
But I don't get an extra for a crit, right?
No.
So D6 is going to be. It's only 2, but it should stop him from dying, which is actually the most important thing.
Yeah.
Look,
You'd like
fortunately
pull it out.
Thanks. Clean that bit
Unfortunately,
off.
hasn't punctured any. It looked like it was. Oh, that was. If I'd have got it out the wrong. If I'd have just yanked it out, it would have fucking taken
I've
this
suffered
whole.
battlefield injuries before. I know you're talking bollocks. Just bandage me up, will you, mage? Thank you.
The anger gets his finger in the hole.
Sounds good. Yep, you said it hurt. That's fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be okay. I will look after him. I've started looking after him. I will finish looking after him. I have to mark off a fucking herbal cure. That's fine. That's fine.
You sound like a child that's found a wounded bird and put it in a shoebox.
So there's 2 of them that are perfectly fine, 2 of them that are, and the leader.
But the leader was set on fire.
Yeah, he's a bit of a burn, he's alright. Actually, he looks shit, to be honest. He's standing, his clothing is still smouldering, and he's like, no wonder he's pissed off, to be fair.
I don't blame him for being pissed. I'd be pissed off. It's just that I still don't really see why I'm letting him live. I'm struggling.
Because he's a witch hunter!
He kills people.
It's their job!
Fine.
It's you kill abominations, allegedly. Allegedly.
I
And
never had one complain afterwards.
it's because you haven't fought a proper abomination. A couple of minor ickle ones. And he just, if
If it's necessary to
The witch-
destroy a whole fucking town.
yes, that's the way the witch hunters work.
Yeah, but that's not the way I work.
Well, that's why you're not very good at abomination hunter, isn't it?
No, it's because the thing to do is to kill the abomination, not all the people who happen to be standing within a fucking 100 yards of it.
They're probably tainted, so. So, what is to be done then?
Someone needs to go hunting. There's no more meat left.
Can we vote on this one again? I don't mind voting on it. We vote on this one as well?
I say we work together and try and get this done.
You fucking dick. Oh, sorry, did I say it out loud?
Someone with sense!
Democracy at its finest. Let's vote on it. I vote A. I vote B, dickhead.
Oh, you are not, aren't you? We could carry on fighting and kill each other.
No, we could kill you.
Could you?
Yes.
But then you're going to go into this tomb not knowing what you're going to find.
But with a warm feeling in my heart.
Oh, there'll be a warm feeling in your heart.
There will be a warm feeling in my heart.
There will be a warm feeling in your heart!
There will be!
No, there...
Is the saviour the king, or is the saviour something else?
What?
The saviour, the light from above, the golden
Prios.
thread.
There is only one God.
I never said it was a god.
You just did.
No, the saviour.
You said, is the saviour the king or God? So you did say
is the saviour the king, or is the saviour something else?
Yeah, he did say king or something else.
Well, he thought it was.
He
The
seemed to
guy who
think
wrote the script thought it was the god.
he thought it was. When he said Prios was coming, the darkness is bleeding through the walls, but from the heavens a light, like a descending sun of simmering limbs. She embraces me. Now we know Prios is not a she. The Saviour is here. Prios be praised. So that
Prios be
suggests-
praised, but there was a saviour, but Prios be praised.
And we spoke to the person who said she was the saviour because she said she looked after the mad monk.
Yes, and we're not 100% sure of the voice in the tower. See if you would. Doesn't matter. There seems to be a voice, an entity, which could be the skull, because it said it wasn't at the tomb, but wanted us to go to the tombs. That kind of could be the skull, could be the king of the dead thing, but
The skull doesn't speak.
not to you.
It might need a circle.
Indeed, it would appear that a magical circle has been.
Do you want to see if it speaks?
I would prefer not to look nor speak to it, at least very much not now. I am.
Why don't we just smash it and be safe?
It's not that easy.
Yes, and unfortunately, magical things can either not be destroyed by mortal man, or can be destroyed but will reform in the future, or some. There's often caveats and other such things that are connected to them.
Weapons are so much easier.
It didn't have. Did it have a crown?
One of those blokes looks at you and goes, agreed.
Did it have a crown last time?
It's kind of growing out its skull. So that's sort of...
But that's new, correct?
No. You remember seeing it before he took it the first time? From the warehouse.
At the moment, we must all agree that we are on the same page from the perspective of destroying the corruption. You have a
I
particular
would
viewpoint.
suggest you allow my men to at least retrieve their weapons in case abominations or something attack us while we were at this camp.
You can't trust them.
This
I know
is
we can't
Drakavar after all. There could be elves watching us.
They would have interfered before now if they were. They would have interfered before now if they were.
We've seen men die just from stepping foot ashore. If
It
they
happens
weren't
in
dead,
this
we'd already be dead.
So,
So you won't need your weapons, will you?
if that is what you wish, then when we are
My
attacked...
wish is to be at home by the fire, reading a good book, but unfortunately, wishes do not come true. But do you give your word that you shall not harm us until this is done?
Gather your weapons.
The person
Sort of, the two wounded guys sort of look at you first and then very slowly get their weapons. Your guy stomps off, gets his sword back.
Andrew,
tree
tree.
back.
Yes, I know. I'm going to go and get them now.
I'm edging away from the group. I'm moving back into the dark because, to be honest, firstly, I've done more damage to them than anyone else, and if they've got cause to be resentful, it's against me. Secondly, I trust this witch hunter as far as I can pick an entire group up and throw them. That will do for starters. So I am edging into.
I'm going to go and get Yanni. What are you coming with?
No, because
Oh,
of
yeah,
my
you're on
joke.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to go and get Yanni, bring her back here, and we've still got two of these guys who are wounded. So I think it would be a good learning experience for her. I can talk her through bandaging them up.
Great. That's what you do.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't do actually.
You're at the edge of the clearing. Everyone else
again,
is
please,
now
excuse
apparently all sitting around the fire.
Need to wee-wee.
Orbit
One of the minions breaks out a cask, water skin, drinks from it.
I'll get involved.
It's ale of some sort. Doesn't taste brilliant, but
Something. Yeah.
passes it around.
I don't take any up. I think I do keep clear it.
They meted me, so I'm all good.
I don't think they did it deliberately. You just stole their food.
Yeah, but I had noticed that. I said this: the main witch hunter bloke is still looking at you because the wizards suddenly sort of think. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? I don't know.
Well, I figure
I know
that
what I'm thinking.
we're all on the same path, regardless. They all want to go into the tomb. You know.
The problem is that you two weren't here last time we met. I mean, weirder. The two people sort of out of game here. The two people who were here last time we met them want to kill him. You two who've never met him before want to work with him. Don't you think that tells you something?
Yeah, it tells us where to change.
I don't want to work with him. I just
Feel like
Yeah.
we should kill him until we dis.
I don't know anything
But
about
it's
him.
really
Isn't it?
bad
That's the thing.
You
Knights.
do. We've run across him
Knights.
before, and he butchered the towns.
Yeah, so
him and
you
his
do the
people
right thing.
butchered the inhabitants of a town.
Right.
That's why we want to kill him. Because there was a town where we knew quite a lot of people in the town because we lived there for a time, and
Oh,
him,
that
and
was the
him and his people destroyed it.
See,
They set fire to
thingy
it.
camp, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The refugee camp.
Yeah.
Because see, democracy went. Let's have a vote on it. I vote kill. He goes. I vote work with, and it stopped there. If
That's
he,
why- that's
if he
why I
would have
moved that
voted
way.
kill,
Mm.
then it wouldn't have mattered what I said anyway.
No, because it doesn't work like that. If he actually thinks we should work with them, then it doesn't matter what the vote says because you know then the vote is sort of corrupted. Whereas if he passes and 3 people vote for death, fine. But he voted for working with them.
Try acting.
What partner of fun?
Noble.
Let me park with vote on
That's
council.
the
I'm
work
just
with
the
the
best.
corruption. But then killing off the village is also just
Oh,
as bad
yeah.
as.
Not if,
Very well done,
not if
Ralph.
someone's someone in that
But
village is
I don't
corrupt.
find
They
anything
don't come
that
forward.
makes
They all
it
deserve to die.
Yeah, but not even. Not
Yeah,
even
no, but as I
corrupt.
said,
It's not
he
even
was the enemy for
right?
quite a long time in one of the
You would
previous
assume
things.
that they should have to
Depends
root
on-
out the last.
Depends
person.
on your outlook on corruption. If a village is holding one person in there and that one person is corrupt and they're not bringing that one person forward, then the village
Yeah, but
deserves
they
to
might
die.
not know.
But if they're given the information and they choose to ignore it, yeah, it's all ambiguous.
But also, yeah, you would want.
Well, it's all very ambiguous. Unless you're Nick is like, no, it's not fucking
It
ambiguous.
wasn't ambiguous at all. We knew people in that town who were getting killed by his men. You know, everybody, women, children, the whole works. It wasn't that they stood there and they did what I do, which side, and they went, tainted, kill him. They're okay, kill him. It didn't do that. Just went through, killed everybody, set the place on fire. He had a load of mercenaries, and they were fighting people, and they were just bursting into people's houses and attacking them. So yeah, that's why.
What's this witch hunter's name again?
He hasn't given it.
I'm sure we had it though.
Yeah, you did. Nick had referred to it
Yeah.
earlier.
And like, I know that you're going to say, look at your note, this was 2 and a bit years ago.
Guamuelo.
One up.
Bomelo.
Oh, mellow mum.
B-A-U-M-E-L-O.
Oh no.
As I said, him and his men are just sitting there now.
I'm basically going to withdraw into the dark a bit because the way I see it, they're less likely to backstab them if they can't see me,
Makes sense.
and I don't want to be in the same area as them.
So you're backing off outside, outline set. You are in the trees out of the way.
Yep, I'm going to keep an eye out for anything else around because obviously there is plenty of bad stuff.
Oh,
out there.
fuck yeah!
How do we refer to him as a witch hunter? Do we call him like...
Cunt, whatever, you know.
You're not there, shut up.
I'm sorry, I just assumed that was the normal.
You can appreciate the irony, surely, that, as you were saying to my friend, if he's not corrupt, that means he hasn't been exposed to corruption enough, therefore he's not a good enough witch hunter, and yet you kill corruption. You appreciate there's a certain amount of philosophical irony there, that you as a witch hunter have been fighting the good fight against the darkness, have potentially been corrupted yourself in doing so.
Of course we are.
So,
And I was tempted.
and yet
That
you burn
goes
a
like
city
it
just
goes
for being
for the
near corruption.
Yes. Because we have rituals, we are taught ways of reducing corruption on ourselves.
Why not teach the world?
Why not teach him? Teach me!
Why not teach the world these rituals to help
Because
everyone?
it doesn't work like that. You as a mage should know that.
I appreciate
Now, you have
the
a
common
choice.
farmer.
You have a choice, don't you? You either kill us, you let us go in the tomb, or we leave.
There are.
But let's remember one thing now.
You can all enter the tomb.
We've all got our weapons back, because you were stupid enough to give them back to us.
Yes. And you let.
And you think your one bowman in the woods there will make a difference.
He made a difference earlier on.
Lucky shot.
Ah, indeed.
What, you fucker! What? Oh! Hell, Steve, that was a good shot!
Would you like some aloe vera from that sick burn I gave you earlier on?
So, mage or leader of this.
No leader.
No. We know. So you have a choice. And it is literally, if you let us go, and we retire from this area, and let you go about your business. And we'll wait until you're all dead in the tomb, and then we'll go do what needs to be done. Or we join together and go in the tomb and face the evils there. Or you attempt to kill us, or we attempt to kill you.
We're here for the side of the coin.
I'm going to suggest option B, but of course it's not all up to me. We're a group of like-minded individuals who share a common goal. Will you not have a glorious leader as your group seems to?
Maybe that's your mistake.
I say we go in together. If this stupid skull thing, fucking magically do that shit that you've got, can really be cleansed, let's see it happen. Then there's more corruption gone, and then after that, we can decide who wants to kill each other.
My answer has already been.
I'm sure Carlo will agree with the vote of the group, which seems to be the second.
Well, he's not here to vote anyway, and I don't think he would agree. I think he's made that quite clear.
Oh, I'm sure he wouldn't agree, but he would follow the vote as we as a group of minded individuals have been.
Well, I suppose it's the first game in a while, isn't it? Because I'm easy going and I'm very easy to persuade about what things are.
Maybe we'll decide in the morning.
I was waiting for you to go, maybe we'll decide next time! Sorry.
Let's sleep on it, shall we?
I'm
Yeah.
sure lots
Yeah.
of sleeping shall be done this night.
Gad, I'll rotate with you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Really
well,
just
he needs sleep.
How much sleep are you having, Nick?
I'm not, am I? I'm not going to sleep in this one. I generally have a lot of time where I don't sleep much. I'm used to being awake and I go through most of my life tired anyway, so on this particular instance, I will not sleep.
They don't either.
Funny that.
There are a couple of shifty looks between the two perfectly okay ones and the leader, and he's like, and then next morning is cold. The weather has literally just done this weird turn on you. There's rain beginning to come down through the treetops,
The rubber, please. Nicholas.
and a low sort of fog,
Thank you.
low sort of greenish fog has sort of rolled into the camp. Yarny is not happy.
Yes, indeed.
Yarny's cold and
might be
How are you talking to them? You come back in the camp?
They're not sleeping next to the witch hunter, are they? Right, fine. So wherever their camp is, because I mean I'm staying awake, but I'll also watch over them. So wherever their camp is,
We're in the same camp.
Yeah.
There's no point in fucking having another
Yeah,
camp.
I think it is a bit more like one's a lot of us on the left side, one lot
Yeah,
on the right
that's
side.
that kind of thing. They're just-
Oh, well, in that case, I'll come in the morning and I'll have a chat with him at the edge.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Oh God, no! If they're in the same camp, they'll probably watch themselves.
Yeah,
That's why we were rotating.
Hey, you
yeah,
too.
they didn't cause any trouble during the night.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cold, it's regracing.
It's just horrible. It's like, ooh.
Takes the mind off. Last night, after our long conversation we had, and I've gone back to my bed, whatever, and I've kind of unclenched my fist because my nails and drawn blood. I'm like, ah, fuck.
Yeah,
Everything's fine. You're all fine. Everything's fine.
it's all
Everyone's
gravy
dead.
here.
No, I'm not massively corrupt. I'm not so close to permanent corruption. But that is an interesting philosophical discussion. I mean, if the evil of men, men can still be evil whether they be corrupt or not. So
Was he always this bad?
Yeah, pretty much.
When we wake up, I help wrap up the young girl with her sleeping roll and the way to try and keep her warm.
She's like-
she's shivering, and if she needs another one,
She's not looking happy. Doggo hasn't moved from the rucksack. You do have to shake the rucksack at one time. At one point, make sure it's still alive. You're like, gets out, goes and does his business, then crawls back in the pack. Not happy.
At least you do it that way around.
Yeah, otherwise crawls out the back unhappy.
You put your boots on sticks, right? Instead of just well. It's another day of this shit. Right,
So,
everything's fine.
You need to go in and talk before they do.
They're not going to let me.
Well,
They're going to shoot me in the back if I try and go in there first.
no, they won't. I can stop that.
Not going first.
No, he needs to go in and talk to the voice.
It might have been the same voice.
Yeah, but you
The
can
voice
try.
might be the voice of the king.
But you can try, can't
I
you?
can try. Okay, I will.
He's not going in at the moment.
I'll bring myself up to my full height.
He only needs to go in a step or two. And once it's,
1 foot 7.
once it's an expedition in, then they're going to be involved.
And I will try and.
And I very much, definitely, am going to be at the back.
So, what is happening?
We're going to try and finish. Effectively, try and finish. We're all eating breakfast together and like talking about them.
No, there's no breakfast.
No, they're not going to go and kill something else for
No,
a week.
there's no breakfast. Apart from what you've already got, which
I'm
is
just going
useless.
to head once we're all ablooched.
He is, the witch hunter is still looking at you, like waiting for an answer.
Oh, yeah, we've
Oh.
been in that situation before.
I guess we'll all go in there. Let's go, and I shall lead the way.
Okay.
Yanni, save the night. Just in shield, and it's got a big shield behind it. I'm sorry that you have to deal with this at Yanni. We'll have this conversation when we get back to the Order Magic.
So, the doors, 2 stone doors, as I said, one of them is ajar. It has, because there's been some sort of land movement here, it's never going to be able to be shut again. And there are cuneiform symbols all the way around the edging of it.
Let's have a little looky look. A lore master roll, see if I can figure any of them out.
Yep.
Or a wizardry roll.
Lawmaster.
Lore master.
Or a general useful role.
9, I made it.
Okay, so the symbols speak of the greatness and wisdom of King Hurrian Lo Apak.
I'll be regaling this as we.
How he earned his throne after having outsmited the spider goddess Arok and bested the toad droid Araka. Claimed the source of his from Arok. He claimed the source of his power, a chalice filled with divine nectar. Aided by a powerful essence, he became immortal, conquered all the lands. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. It was eventually the fact he was becoming so powerful that the other Symbaroum rulers went, "Nah, you know what, mate? Not having none of that," and they dethroned him.
What was the name again? Sorry.
King Hurrian Lo Apak.
We follow all the important stuff apart from what the dude's actual name was.
Such a fast finger.
It looks, from the grandiose style of the language, this is probably 1,500 to 2,000 years old.
Wow.
As for the spider goddess, you kind of vaguely remember that some barbarian tribes worship something similar,
Yeah.
which is kind of, again, very similar to the Ambrian deity, the Executioner, before we got rid of all the old gods. And can you give me a cunning test?
You're not very cunning though, are you?
I'm going to tell you, you call it a fox. I'm pretty cunning.
Are you sure? I thought normally you're not very cunning.
I am cunning enough in this
Ah.
instance.
Right, well, you've read all these little bits and pieces, and there's a little sort of side passage of worn letterings that you managed to work out. So it says, when the steadfast at the gate of the king signs a prayer for salvation and bends his knee in adoration, the illuminated path is opened to be tear-filled pleasure and joy.
I shall kneel at the entrance.
Can you say a prayer?
And say a prayer. May Prius guide us in our ways and lead us to the end of our expedition. Can you read that out so I can read the whole thing now? Just to make sure.
When the steadfast at the gate of the king signs a prayer for salvation and bends his knee in adoration, the illuminated path is opened to tear-filled pleasure and joy. So, anyone called Pleasure? Anyone called Joy?
Signs.
I think you need it.
Oh dear.
To tears and joy.
No, tearful pleasure.
Tearful pleasure and joy. Let's face it, we've all had one of them, haven't we? We've all had one of them.
And steadfast at the gate of the king, signs of prayer.
And bends in the adoration.
Sign of prayer. Yep. The illuminated path is opened to tear-filled pleasure and joy.
So use the 241 cipher and see what happens.
I mean, it's the gate. Maybe this isn't even the gate of the king. We don't even know yet, right?
Well, it looks like a gate of the king.
Signs of prayer.
How do you sign a prayer? Do you do a prayer in sign language?
Or that.
I believe there's someone that knows sign language.
I mean, she doesn't actually know sign language, right? She just was childish innocence was just able to communicate with her idiocy.
Yeah, but you could do a prayer in your hand, show a prayer in your hands, I suppose.
I mean, none of us are clerics.
Yeah, but you still pray.
And are any of us steadfast?
We're challenge sort of steps forward, Niels. Would you class this as a gate, though?
I don't know. I wonder if there's another,
Further in, maybe.
another proper. This is just the entrance to the thing.
Definitely says gate, doesn't it? And he
Yeah.
traces over the word, yeah.
Yeah, gate is. I mean, I think that in the some would translate it as entrance, but I think gate is the correct translation because of the umlaut.
Yeah, agreed.
So further in.
So we go in
Right.
together.
At the back.
Grudgingly nod at each other.
Definitely at the back.
Him with his mighty witch hunter presence, and me.
There's a sickly little.
Wizard.
Come, let's rid ourselves of this abomination. And that's your dun 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 moment when you all step in the tomb together.
Well, eventually.
And eventually, someone bring in the archer. Come on, you know you want
I don't know
to.
what I'm here.
Well,
Well.
fucking well. Some of you are making that fucking harder than it needs to be.
Yeah, fuck's sake.
But I will just like to say a quick thank you to Spuddy, to Parker, to Nick and to Stick for joining us once more so we could head ourselves into Dracovar and have a whale of a good time. Hopefully next time they'll know what they're doing. As I said, it has been, I think Nick said it's been like 2.5 years since we played. Takes a little bit of a while.
Yeah.
It might have been Parker, but it's probably Nick because he's more intelligent than Parker. But it takes a while for everyone to get back into the swing of things.
And these guys haven't even played this game before. They're playing new characters from their perspective.
Badly, we won't go into that. So no, they were
It's
actually
nice to see
right.
people who've actually been involved.
It's nice to see actually.
Engaged in the game.
Yeah,
It's been great.
unlike the knight who just didn't say anything ever in the last game.
No offense to Steve,
However,
love him dearly.
so as usual, Parker.
Oh! If you want to do whatever you want to do, that's great. But like, hopefully you had fun in Dracovar Forest, because we know other people did as well. But if you
You
do
certainly haven't.
if you do nothing else with your day, it might be very warm and we're fanning ourselves, which is one thing we're doing. But if you do nothing else with your day, then don't forget to
like and subscribe.
If you like it, subscribe. If you don't like it, don't want to subscribe. You don't have to like and subscribe.
We would like it if
If
you
you like
liked.
and subscribe.
Until
Until next time, stay. Thanks for joining, everyone. Hammered.
Keep away from corruption.
Will they not get you done for copyright?
No.
No, we haven't yet.
That was for a whole other thing we got done for copyright.
Let me get
Music in the back.